Yo! Welcome back, everybody!
So I'm signing in with Twitch, and then it asks me to authorize it, and I say authorize, and then it just takes me back to the login page.
Weird.
Excuse us, chat. We're having some technical difficulties. I am having speaking difficulties. At the moment,
does anyone smell burnt toast?
one of our players is trying to log into something and is struggling with the two-factor authentication.
I wonder if it's just having trouble. Is everyone else having trouble with D&D on?
No. I mean,
I'm
no.
not on D&D.
Let me see if I can.
Oh wait, yes I am.
I'm on it.
Roll 20.
I'm not having problems.
I'm not having problems. At least not yet. It kept kicking
This is
me last
bullshit
time.
then.
Let me
The
ask.
iPad is not cooperating.
Let me
Yoga
ask
Studio
Google.
recently switched over to a new
Trying to
system for
log
scheduling and
into
stuff that has like the
Devion, but
2 point
every time
where and it's pretty much unanimously pissed everybody
Yeah.
off. We're just like, what was wrong?
What? Yeah, like it's a freaking yoga studio. What are people trying
Yeah,
to?
now, yeah, it's rough.
If there's a way to do fraud, people will do it, I guess. Believe me, I know. Speaking from
Try a
experience.
different browser. D&D
This is a
Beyond. We'll totally edit this in post.
But for you on the stream now, listen to the melodious sounds of my voice and my dice.
You have a pencil? Next
These are metal dice.
Paper,
Now, I'm going to switch to a strictly
print out every
marble
item I
dice
have.
There you go.
made
Which
from
I
marble
anyway.
in Rome.
Like out of a 3D printer, the actual item. Come on.
Now I'm going
We've
to roll
disabled
the
the
metal
ability
dice
to log in
with the
your
marble
email.
dice.
Oh, because it needs my screen.
That's the
Now,
underscore one.
on request from our
Crimson
player
Tape.
of Terran,
No!
I'm going to
I'm Crimson Tape.
wrap my nails against my
You probably
wooden
do
dice
that.
box.
And my password is just kidding. What's the thing that Fry says?
It's the same as a large
Same-
pizza.
same
Coke
price
or
as a
something.
large pizza and a Coke.
1121. Same
Each in a
price
large
as
Coke.
Same as my secret PIN number. Application code. It came in. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, now, hear the sound of my nails.
I'm trying to think of all the ASMR triggers that I know.
D&D ASMR.
Slime.
Yeah.
Always slime.
D&D
Got it.
ASMR. You're in a
How
combat
do you know
with,
ASMR triggers?
with an-
Here is the sound of dice rolling.
Oh,
Tell
every
me,
night.
internet.
Every night I listen to ASMR. I'm not even joking.
We're losing all of our viewers.
This is gaming viewership. How are you kidding?
All right, there we go.
It's Nicole. She's like, oh my god.
God.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm nervous.
Here we go.
Are we live?
Yes.
Okay.
No, we've
Oh
been
my
live the
goodness
entire
gracious.
time.
When you said here we go, I was like, oh.
Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
That's not my name here, okay?
All right, Telemachus. Previously on the Valor Collective, emerging victorious from a harrowing battle against a mummy lord and its minions, your party uncovered treasure and scoured the dungeon, finding only one path left: Izat's looming stalagmite tower. Narrowly avoiding the scrying eye's watchful gaze, not once but twice, you entered the tower and stood before Izat, the lich you once battled at Dwimmercore. Though his hatred for Hallister Blackcloak mirrored your own, Izat offered knowledge, not allegiance. Then came the revelation that shook everything. Alexei, Crimson's long-lost friend, had been petrified and repurposed as a Korak. Izat revealed he had found Alexei among the corpses of wild magic sorcerers on level 21. intending to use him as bait for Hallister. Terran's greater restoration freed Alexei, and healing magic restored his vitality, sparking a heartfelt reunion. Alexei, however, carried a dire warning. Crimson is the missing piece of Hallister's plans. He said that Crimson's wild magic isn't inherited. It's unique, and Hallister needs it. Despite Alexei's pleas, Crimson remained resolute, refusing to back down from his fight. Alexei swore to stay by his side. Izat then revealed the next challenge, the Shadow Dusk's Mythal. This fragment of the knot in the weave renders the manor invulnerable, severing connections to magic to those not Hallister and Shadow Dusk. To destabilize it would require balancing the chaos of wild magic with a pure embodiment of law. Mordai's artifact, the Rod of Law, a long-sought artifact from his patron Asmodeus, proved to be the key. Mysteries behind months of unquestioning loyalty to his lord were finally beginning to crack as the pieces began falling into place. With a plan forming, you bid Izat farewell, taking Alexei and his knowledge with you. Now, as you rest in Terran's magnificent mansion on the cusp of your travel to level 22, your focus shifts to the manor, where Odysseus and his Draco Lich reside amongst the Archmages that are the Shadow Dusks. The Mythal must be undone. Only then will the Shadow Dusks bleed. And you find yourselves in, would you say your mansion has kind of like a war room?
Yeah,
Where everyone,
it's had one for
like has like miniatures that like they
like a
use,
gaming table
like,
and
like where they like can like maybe like on a grid to show perspective.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool.
yeah, of course there's a war room.
Telly's all about it.
There's a war room,
Telly
and
has
a training
rulers.
room and a spa and a
Yes, Ian, Kofa, if you have any questions about anything that's going on, please feel free to interject at any point. If something is, if any dots are not connecting,
Yeah.
you can feel free to interrupt and ask. Yeah. So you guys gather around the war table, the unseen servant giving you Vanessa, Vincent, still missing. Vanessa making sure everyone's refreshment and culinary needs are met. What are you gonna do? As the
please,
night
Alexei,
comes.
ask for anything you want. They can deliver whatever you're craving. But be careful, we've got a big fight tomorrow.
Just some orange juice would be nice.
You have to
You have
say,
to say, excuse me, Vanessa.
Excuse me, Vanessa. What the? I'm just kidding. That didn't scare me.
we're bringing this fucking guy to Undermountain.
I don't know, I mean, it would say if I was just wimpy, so you guys watch
Ow! Ow!
He's weak, Crimson.
Oh, no, he plays me fine. I shove him a little bit.
He falls over in his chair.
Especially if he's willing to accept certain powers.
Insight check? Yeah, I'd love to. That sounds great because Hallister sucked out all the power I had. I would take any that I can use to help.
Well, I'd be happy to offer you a more powerful form than the one that you currently have, but it would probably be suppressed under the magical field. But once we take that down, it might not be a bad thing to have in your back pocket.
Might not. What are we talking about?
Talking about the ability to fly, the ability to fight with a powerful melee weapon, be able to attack at range, and be able to move past your enemies at speed without them being able to attack you.
I used to be able to do all of those things by myself.
What? You can never wield a weapon.
Well, nothing tangible. And he's like, I used to wield like a shadow, like a kind of like shadow giving form. That was the only thing I was able to be like proficient in. But it was more. It wasn't. Sorry, I guess it wasn't actually a real weapon. It was like a magic weapon. But so I wielded like the magic that looked like a sword.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I didn't use it that often, but you know, like It reminded me of how strong, of how you always fought
Ah.
the beasts in the woods and like the younger dragons around the farm. And I don't know.
We'll get back to that.
Mora, which one did you have in mind?
Well, it depends on how powerful he is at the moment, but giving you a quick size up and down, I'd say roughly on a scale of 1 to 20, you're about a 2. No offense, of course.
Well, at least the scale doesn't go any higher than
He's
that.
at least a 2.5.
Maybe after a good night.
You're like taking his HP with your little jaws.
Stop! I just healed him.
Yeah. But I do at least was able to offer you guys some inside information, and I can let you know when we're there if anything matches up with what I remember about seeing through Hallister's scrying orbs.
I have a few questions for you before we talk.
Yeah.
Number 1. You said
Sorry.
this.
I don't believe we've met.
I'm sorry. We have not, but I've heard a lot about you. I'm Kofa Rock Seeker.
Kofa. Alexei. Crimson's best friend.
Of course.
That's my best friend.
From what I've heard of your trials, they must have been unfathomable, but if you only knew what these beings, your friend here, have done to be here with you, you'd be off your feet right now.
He's utensil was chosen.
Oh, shucks.
We like him a lot.
Really? The god of
Utility.
utility.
You've heard of them?
The master wielder of the legendary creator of the spork. We wouldn't have it in the mortal realm without him.
Finally, it's nice to talk to someone with sense around here, I'll tell you. I'm sorry, I had to step away on a scry. It was an urgent family matter. It seems
It's alright, mate.
I
my
understand.
cousin Gundren, he forgot how to drain the hot springs for their routine maintenance, and I keep telling him, routine!
I didn't know where that was.
Not again!
What's fucking wrong with dirty
So,
water?
boy, just to hear someone speak Utensil's names, it's a relief right now. And I'm sorry. I told Gundren he can go lick an axe's edge, and I'm here with you till the end.
It's good, mate. We fucking need you.
Jesus.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Kofa, because not much in the way of our magic will work inside that magical anti-magic field.
Well, we know the Rod of Law will.
And I believe, would your armor work?
Do you have more than one artifact?
I've got 2.
Normally, well, that's crazy.
We're very powerful.
We've been blessed for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
they're very powerful. We just normal guys. Am I right? Yeah.
Crimson is strong mentally. He was able to resist the temptation of a magical artifact.
Yes,
A
he
very powerful one that could have aided us in innumerable ways.
Insight
It could
check,
have certainly aided
and
us
he
greatly.
and he's getting advantage because of his backstory with Crimson.
Yeah.
Well, good, thank you, advantage. That's insight, so that would be. Go ahead and roll deception.
I'm referring to when Crimson destroyed Zerial's
He's actually
sword.
complimenting
Yeah.
Crimson. Saying,
Oh,
like, he
I
resisted-
thought you were trying to boast him up as him being smart.
No. He's like
You're
resisting.
boasting
like,
him as being wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
Oh.
being able to resist the temptation.
Oh,
of-
okay. I thought you were being like he did something because he was smart, and then Alexei knows he's not.
No, Mordai's being like really genuine.
Okay, no insight check needed, and he goes.
He called cap on that.
He knows. He knows. He knows. If there's one thing, he goes. Well, if there's one thing Crimson's not, it's not having the ability to give up on people,
Nicely said.
and it's good to hear that his will power is still where it is. It should be.
Listen, Alexei. Got a few questions for you before
Yeah,
we discuss
shoot.
some things. You said the Shadow Dusk sleep, you think?
Well, they sort of. I mean, like they trance.
They trance. Do they trance at night? Do they trance anytime? Do you know? Are they fucking normals? They vampires? What?
No, they're twisted beyond measure from aspects of the far realm. From what I remember, like the deeper you go, the more the more the Far Realm's influence seeps into the manor. They're not normal in the sense of like, you know, you'd walk into the high forest and find some wood elves, right? But they're certainly not. I don't know. I mean, they may sleep, but maybe when they sleep, an eye opens up on their back, and I don't. The Far Realm is a plane of existence that turns everything on its head, where normal doesn't exist.
I've been there.
Really?
I'm gonna. Can I flash my third eye at him just so that to like freak him out, or is that something that I cannot do?
No, you can do that.
Yeah, normal guys.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, I've been there.
Easy.
Seems like normal is a bit of a far-fetched thing when you're this deep underground.
It's true.
That is true.
Second question. You said there's 3 layers. There's shadow dusks.
It's a mansion, so it's three stories.
3
yeah.
stories. You said there's shadow dusks on each story. Do they move about the mansion as they please, or do they stay on their own levels?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes maybe they have to go to the bathroom or something. Or they
Great. They're not stuck.
No, I wouldn't assume that.
Beautiful. Do you lot want to talk strategy? You know that's my plan. I always come up with strategy.
I think we have a handful of items we can give to Alexei to help protect him. They won't be effective until after the mythal is taken care of, but...
You would give me an artifact?
Not an artifact, but... But we've got a handful of items. We've got a ring of spell storing.
Aye.
We've got a cloak of protection. We've got a wand of fireballs. We've got
The
a
ring of
things.
spell storing will not work with the mythal.
Right.
None of this is
going to work with
The artifacts will.
Correct.
And we're not giving him an artifact.
No.
We don't have any to give him. He can
Fair.
play the liar.
Yeah, you're right. Alright.
Can you? You can.
First things
I
first,
never know.
take this. I'm gonna toss him the wand of magic missiles. Do you know what that is?
He like makes the somatic bonus for identify. No.
It's a wand of magic missiles. Vanessa! Hey, Vanessa, please, Vanessa, excuse me, Vanessa, make a target over there. Point at that and say 2 missiles. With your fucking wand.
What is he gonna do? What is...
It does not require attunement because I've been using it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you don't have to be a spellcaster to
I don't think so
Kelly's
because I've been using it.
Yeah.
tell you can cast spells. And he goes. And 4 magic missiles.
Great. You've got 7. Do not use all 7. When you use all 7, the wand will explode.
Okay.
So you got 6.
Yes.
Got it.
For
Well,
some quick.
It is 7, right? Is the
Lots.
total? Or is 6 the total?
Well,
7 is the
It's
total.
7,
Okay.
and then...
I mean, I know what a wand
they-
of magic missiles is.
Great, that's what you
It's
have.
just it's hard to tell what they look like. I know what it does. I'm
Great, that's it.
more experienced than I'm showing,
I think
unfortunately.
it's a dice roll for how many recharges he gets.
If you end it, because
she's correct.
yes, but you have to like finish it, right?
I don't think
No, it's
so.
You
most,
recharge?
1d6
most items,
recharge.
most magic items operate independent of the user. Most items will just recharge in like 24 hours on their own.
Yeah, I thought we just had like 7 shots, but if you use all 7, it explodes. So I've only ever used up to 6.
think it's
Well,
1d6.
generally you can use Coke. Are you okay?
I'll want to do something when you have a chance. Finish with that.
Generally, most magic items, if they have a sort of limit, there is a 5% chance of like malfunction at the end, but it's not like a guarantee.
The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20 on a 1, the wand crumbles. into
Okay, so it's
ashes.
not a given crumble. Okay,
Like I said, there's usually a 5%
Okay.
chance.
okay. Well, there you go. You have it.
Roll play. yeah.
And then I wanted to do when I met him, but especially when he says like I'm more experienced than I'm letting on. I just want to do like a protocol like ocular pat down and inside check.
Sure.
Because I haven't met this guy.
Yeah,
I
go
know
for it.
There's been a
Yeah,
ton
go
of stuff
for it,
going
go for it.
on. I want to make sure we're not missing out on this guy. So
Yeah.
that's a 16.
16. So you can tell that he doesn't have any sort of like malicious thing when he's saying it, but you can tell that it's coming from a perspective that like he used to be a more powerful magic user, and now he does not have the ability to use that magic, but he still has retained his knowledge and experiences to speak on things.
Yeah. I see.
So it would be like akin.
Oh, sorry.
It would be like akin if like a higher level wizard like lost their connection to the weave and couldn't spellcast anymore. They could still teach someone how to spellcast.
Sorry, front door should be.
Yeah. The best example would be like you lose the ability to play trumpet because of some muscle thing.
Right.
But you can still teach trumpet.
Yeah, like a retired coach or something.
That's sort of the aura. As the kids say.
I was thinking like the how you have the Red Skull guy in Infinity War, and he's like, I knew this power and held it once for myself, but now I can only guide others to it.
He used to be like a higher level sorcerer, and then had his magic sapped from Alistair. Yeah,
Cool.
so you can tell he has. You can tell that he does have merit to what he's saying. He does have. He's not lying about his experience. Yeah.
Especially not the malintent
Yeah.
choice. So.
Correct. Yeah. It's just like earnest. Yeah.
So, before we do anything with him, we need to figure out how to get the missile down. I'm gonna speak out of game. I'm gonna speak as if Mordai was here because he knows everything I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say it so that I can
Sure,
say
yeah,
my.
yeah, yeah.
But that's so I'm talking
Yeah.
so that you guys know.
Yep.
Before we can do anything to bulk him up, we need the mythal down. I think that we need to get in and get to the mythal as quickly and quietly as possible so that we can disarm it, and that way we can be back at full strength before we fight Odysseus and the Shadow Dusks. I think the second that they know that we're there, we're going to be in a fucking fight. I think if you lot have anything that can work, if you have artifacts that will work and we can do something with it, it might be helpful, but otherwise we need to get the fuck in and get that down quietly.
Heard?
I like that.
Heard.
Yeah, quiet, quick. I like that. Mordai.
Do we have how do we execute quietly and quickly for everyone?
Do you have anything that's an artifact?
Yes.
What is it?
I've got the bracelet, but it's not helping me be stealthy at all. And I've got my lyre.
Your lyre, what does it have in it that we could use?
Let me tell you all of them so I don't forget. I've got protection from evil and good, featherfall, invisibility. There's only one target. Crown of Madness, fast
You can
friends.
upcast any of them to 5th level once per long rest.
You said I can?
Yeah.
Okay. Fast friends, wind wall fly, rope trick, seeming, skill.
I mean, I think if we need to get up to the 3rd floor as quickly as possible, we all need to get there. As much help as we can get would be great. If we can have him have better stealth, but my boots won't do it, but maybe if he's invisible, they'll have less of a chance of seeing him. We just need to get upstairs as fast as possible.
I mean, it's anti-magic, or will it even work?
Oh, what even way?
Oh, it's an
If it's the
artifact.
artifact, it should work. Based on what he's said.
I appreciate your consideration for Lucas.
I appreciate you not getting us killed with your fucking clanky ass.
Hey,
It
this clanky ass artifact's got more than you know.
does.
And it
It does. What can it do?
Well, for starters, it might be able to misty step me if you're worried about stealth.
That is fucking great, man. I didn't know you could do
I
that.
can allow him to fly for 10 minutes.
Don't
Would he be
sound too bad.
quieter if he flew?
I don't know.
Are wind
I don't think
chimes quieter if they fly?
It's fine. Misty Step is good. Misty Step is good. What else can you do?
Far step.
That's fucking
That's the one.
great.
I like that spell.
That's fucking great. Listen, we just need to get upstairs as fast as possible, or downstairs, whatever it is. We need to get to the 3rd floor fast as possible, quietly, no one sees us, get to the mythal. I was saying that I talked as if you were here because you already know what I was going to say, so now
Yeah.
you can speak.
I would prefer to have some dialogue with Shadow Dusks on the 1st floor. We know that they are not necessarily aligned with the interests of Odysseus and some of the other Shadow Dusks. We may be able to sway some of them to our cause and gain some more information about the mansion, and they may be able to aid us in making it so our path might be a little bit easier getting to the Mythal.
That's true. This is just from looking through a scrying portal, but all of the Shadow Dusks on the first level, it seems to be like that's where the kind of like the outcasts of the family go.
There's a good chance we could run into them if we want to have a
Do you
battle.
think they'd be able? They would be willing to cooperate with us?
I don't know them,
I don't.
so I don't know.
My
Same.
thing.
I don't either. I understand Odysseus is your father or something.
Aye, that he is. He was.
So that's a whole family thing. And again, don't get me fucking started on that. So you tell me, is there danger in the prospect of approaching these Shadow Dusks?
I don't know the Shadow Dusks. When I knew my dad, he was a good man. He's been missing. I thought he was fucking dead. He's been either possessed or turned evil or is evil or whatever the fuck. Whatever we know is that he's in charge of the Shadow Dusks on the 3rd tier of the mansion. So I know that eventually we're going to have to go up against him to get his fucking book, which means the Shadow Dusks are going to attack us. We don't know if the bottom layer Shadow Dusks are going to be cool with us killing their brethren on the top floor, which is why I don't know how much help they're going to be. If you can think of a way that they would be helpful, then great. But if they can't be helpful, I don't want to give away our position, because what if they're not cool with us going upstairs?
I think they would be able to help us by, well, we won't know unless we talk. And my hope is that they would be able to maybe pull some of the other Shadow Dusks out of our path, maybe create a distraction or a diversion, and so that we won't be running into them as we make our way towards the Mythal. Do you happen to know, by the way, Alexi, if when the Mythal is disabled, if the Shadow Dusks or Odysseus would be alerted to it not being present?
I mean, it's possible. It's certainly possible. I don't know. Pallister didn't really.
That's fine. That's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So your plan of stealth comes with risks that I think we all can acknowledge.
Everything comes with
But
risk.
that's my point. Mordai, do you see risk in approaching the Shadow Dusks in a way that would ripple through the lower levels if we approach them and let our presence known
Absolutely.
and our intention?
We may be in for a fight, straight up, if they don't wish to talk with us.
A fight without magic.
But I have full confidence in our ability to parlay.
I trust Mordai.
I respect you, but I think sneak is the best way.
Do you think Asmodeus might be able to tell us if the lower level Shadow Dusks would be
Willing to cooperate?
interested in cooperation?
If they'd be interested, he certainly would know that. I was thinking of asking him a couple of questions. So, we want to ask if they would be open to working with us to take down Odysseus. And
If they'll
perhaps-
be alarmed.
if what?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine. Do you have an idea, Taryn?
No, just something you expressed earlier. If perhaps ask if they'll be alerted if we disarm the Mythal.
That's a good question. Yes, and then for a third question, I was thinking about possibly either understanding some more possibilities with my ability to possess people, and perhaps casting magic within the body of a Shadow Dusk, if necessary, or trying to gain an understanding of how quickly we might be able to disable the Mythal. If we're able to do it, if it's possible to be disabled under 6 seconds or so, then we might be able to make a break for it if things go bad and try and straight up try and disable it at that moment.
I think those are all good questions. I think that if we have to give a question up, it should be the how long does it take for the Mythal to be disarmed? Because I think the other question is very valuable, and I think that if we find out that Odysseus and them will not be alerted, I think if we know that they'll be alerted if the Mythal's down, we need to know how long it takes to bring the Mythal down. I think if they're not going to know,
Then it doesn't matter.
then it doesn't fucking matter how long it takes.
Good. All right, so I'll ask that question first.
Aye. And then if they are alerted, then we can ask how long, and if they're not, then you can ask about casting magic. That's my opinion.
I like that.
Grimmy, can you do a send in for me?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna write down a message to Taryn and say, feed this to Crimson, or I can just feed it to you word by word. I can just feed it to you. You can't read, can you? You can't read.
Probably not.
Great. Then I'm gonna tell you what to
haven't been
say.
practicing.
You're gonna only
Some
say.
things never change.
You're gonna only say the words that I say to you. Do you understand?
Yes.
You will not say any other words. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Only what I look at me.
Yeah.
Only what I say to you.
Okay.
Do not ask any questions once you send the spell. Only what I say to you. 25 words. I believe in you. Do you believe in you? All right.
Oh my god. What was the other plan before we
Cast send into UA.
I guess
Wild magic surges.
Oh my
Goddamn.
god.
Yeah.
At least we did it here.
Let's start there, yeah.
And what is everybody holding right now?
Nothing. I'm
A
just
goblet
at
of
the.
wine.
I picture Telly at the table like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I'm assuming we're all.
You're holding your letter with the words on it, aren't you?
Oh shit.
He didn't write it down because I'm just gonna feed it to you. Telly knows what he wants to say. I was gonna write it to give to you, but you can't read. So I'm just standing here like this.
What is everybody holding?
Nothing.
Glass of wine.
Mordai's reclining
Nothing.
a glass of wine.
You're reclining at the war
Fork and
table.
knife,
Probably tea.
tea. You're probably in the middle of spellcasting,
Yeah,
so
I'm
you're
in
probably
the
not. Everybody within 60 feet immediately drops what they're holding.
Excuse me, Vanessa.
Oh, fucking shit. Come on.
Blink.
What was
Yes,
Alexi
Master
holding?
Mordai.
Would you mind cleaning this up and fetching me another glass of wine?
Absolutely, of course. And then you see her wave a hand, and the floor just like goes, and like all the wine just, and it closes back up, and immediately on your other side, a stone just starts to grow, and then a circle opens up like one of those tables, and then like another glass of wine rests on
Like
the,
the bartender
on the stone.
table?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a bartender.
I love this spell so much.
Yeah.
Exemplary work, Vanessa. It's been a while.
It's my pleasure.
Like a fine wine yourself, you just get sweeter with time.
Easy.
Don't get any
The
ideas.
first word you
We've already lost one. We've already lost one.
Thank you.
We've already lost one, Bofa.
You're right, as you were.
After we retired it.
Picks up fork and knife manually.
That's actually a pretty clutch magic surge, like if you're like in combat.
It would have
Yeah.
been really sick in
Yeah.
combat. Yeah. Yeah, such is the way.
Yeah.
It's a fun one.
That one would have been pretty cool.
Such is the way.
It's a
All
fun
those,
one.
all those focuses, all those
Yep.
weapons.
Yeah.
It's fun. I just imagine it goes to Telly's turn. Action,
counting
kick
it
away.
like-
Bonus action,
Yeah.
kick away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Object interaction. Kick away.
Object interaction, take it and run to the other side
Yeah.
of the room.
Yeah.
100%.
Fuck it.
With
Swallow
all
it
this
whole.
movement.
I cast haste.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I've already casted it.
Okay. Tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
we
we
fight
fight
your
your
dad
dad
on
on
level
level
23.
23.
He's
He's
evil.
Evil.
Xanathar
Xanathar
knew
knew
the
the
whole time.
time.
They
They
are
are
planning
planning
something.
something.
Your
Your
brother
brother
may
may
die.
what?
Die.
Die.
That was 20. I gave myself an extra word.
Yeah.
That was 25.
My what?
Your brother might what? Die.
You hear a response in
I wouldn't hear it. It's
oh I know.
okay.
In a very almost monotone, drawling kind of voice. And it's only 5 words. Death comes for us all.
Yo.
That's all you get.
Don't tell me if she responds. I don't want to know. She can come if she fucking wants.
Can I tell someone?
You can tell whoever you want, but not in front of me. She said something, didn't she?
Don't get it in your head.
Are you sure you don't want to know?
I'm fucking sure by the way you responded. If she doesn't want to come, she doesn't want to come. I told her Earl's story, gave her a chance to help. It's on her.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna speak with my lord. I'll be back. I'm gonna go to my room and commune.
You go to your room!
There's something about that. It's just.
Go to your room, Mordai.
So you set the Rod of Law kind of like down in your lap, gripping it, channeling the energy of unerring law. The most lawful being in existence, says law. That obeys the very letter of every detail. Yes, Mage. Asmodeus responds to you.
My lord, we grow closer to your prize. We are but a possible day away from the Book of Vile Darkness.
You are but.
So you admit it.
Next one, my lord.
Thank you. Do you have inspiration?
Yes. I earned it for messing with that lich.
Very good.
Anyway, serious matters at hand.
Yes. Yes, but they would not. Sorry. Brandon's coming through.
Get
Evil.
it together.
Evil. Yes. Evil.
Stop.
Sorry. Serious evil. One of the scariest things in all planes of existence.
Yes.
We're moving in on the Book of Vile Darkness, and I have a few questions that might aid our past if you can provide some illumination to it. First of all, we need to take down the mythal that's protecting the Shadowdust clan and Hallister. My first question is, will Odysseus and the Shadowdust clan be alerted the moment we take down the mythal?
Surely, you don't think my trials for those on their path to being my chosen would assume it to be so easy? Of course.
They will be alerted the moment. Very well. Is it possible for those shadow desks who oppose Odysseus' rule? Is it possible for us to persuade them to work with us to obtain what we want?
Can only be answered with a yes or no.
Is it possible?
Yes. Anything is possible. If you speak clearly.
Oh, I'm well aware.
How long is it gonna take?
Asmo was like, what was that?
My lord.
What was the third question? That's a question.
When you die,
Does it
does it hurt?
It's either this one or this one. That's up to you. What would you choose? You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's your choice.
All right.
No one else is
I
here.
think I just
What would Mordai do?
Kelly's always in Mordai's head.
WWMP, dude.
Yeah.
there's a third option.
Okay, cool, great, awesome. Love
All
that.
right.
Mordai, dude. Never mind that. Never mind that.
My final question. Is it possible for us to bring down the Mythal with my Rod of Law and Crimson's connection to the Weave in under 6 seconds?
My path for you
was never supposed to be easy.
Okay.
If it would take 6 seconds to
But good luck.
Alright, I'll return to the war room.
I'm
Well-
just smoking. Just fucking God, taking forever.
Good news and bad news.
Give us bad news first.
Bad news first. The Mythal will be difficult to take down.
Great.
It will take some time.
Of course.
It's not going to be as fast as we had hoped.
Why would it be?
Furthermore, the moment it is brought down, it is very likely that Odysseus and the other Shadow Desks will know.
Of
The
course.
moment it's brought down or the moment it's attacked?
The moment it's brought down. That was the question that I asked.
That's the question, I guess.
I see.
The good news is, it is possible for us to persuade those Shadow Desks opposing Odysseus for them to work with us.
What were you thinking, Crimson?
I have another thought.
You have a
It's-
thought.
Adjacent to these two things. I'm sorry, guys. I literally just thought of it right now.
You have a thought adjacent. Insight check.
Roll for deception. So
I was just looking at it.
we're going in with just melee, just no magic. Except the artifacts. But the Shadow Dusters have magic because the Mythal lets them have magic.
Aye.
We have a wish from a genie. We have the genie wish from the Tao. What if we wished that today, right at this moment, the Mythal turned against the Shadow Dusks as well? Then it's just melee. We clean house, we go disarm the Mythal after.
I've thought about this, Crimson, and unfortunately, my understanding is that the Mythal is from a circle of magic that is higher than the ninth level. The wish spell is weaker than the power of this Mythal.
But the wish spell doesn't just have to be a 9th level spell, it can be anything.
It can, but from my study of magic, it rests in the power level of the ninth level, and something that in theory is higher than that, such as what Halster is attaining, could in theory suppress it.
That's a good
Is-
plan, though. That.
Can I roll an Arcana check to double check that?
Yeah.
Just to
Sure.
see.
I'm gonna.
Can Alexi help him? He's proficient in Arcana.
He is.
Can I cast guidance?
I'm sorry?
Guidance.
I'm trying to think, how would Alexei help it? Well, I've studied
They're
with...
both sitting with the chalkboards.
He's like, well, I remember Hallister, because, like, obviously, like, Hallister can wish for whatever he wants and stuff like that. I've seen him use the spell before. Can you show me some of the formulas you've learned? Maybe I can help. Maybe I can help.
This
you
is what I
learn.
understand as far as the power level of the Ninth Circle of Magic, which is, by the way, what I would use for you to help bolster your form.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, go ahead.
Whoops, does it count? Alright.
Guidance.
19.
Nice.
This is exactly what you needed.
Yay.
Well, DC 19 for next level spell.
Yeah,
so.
thank you, guidance.
Yeah. Thank you, guidance.
Yeah, for sure.
The wish spell is the most powerful spell known to mortal kind, and with Alexei's help, like, you're trying to compare it to like other 9th level spells, and nothing compares to wish from all of the math, from all of the equations, from arcane through gifts from gods or anything like that. But there are things that wish cannot do. This is one of them.
That was a good plan, though, lad. I'm proud of you.
I like where your mind's at.
It's a good plan.
Yeah,
Not just hat rack.
there seems to be like a pathway to a higher level beyond wish, but then Alexei will kind of like show this is the gate that Mistra cut off on the circle to lead to 10. Its potential, if maybe like Wish could be upcast, like it could be during the time of the Netherese Empire.
Fascinating.
But unfortunately, mortals just don't have that power at the moment.
It's okay. Seems like you're catching on, Alexi. Sometimes these guys say something like, "Oh, we got a genie wish," and you just kind of go, "Okay." We're gonna tell
I won't ask how you guys were able to do that. Be careful with genies, though; they're very good at twisting words.
Yeah, we've encountered a couple right over there, actually.
Do you want to go
Good
see them? They
singers, by the
fucking
way.
sing.
No.
Well, listen. While I think that a sneak is always the best plan, and I don't want to give away our position, and I don't think that they're going to be amenable to it, I think if it's going to take longer than 6 seconds, and they're going to know. And Asmo said there's a chance of talking to them. Maybe we can try it. But you better not fuck it up.
You talked to Asmodeus?
Oh, yes. I have very powerful connections.
Like, you see, like Alexa makes like a
What did we just say? We just roll with it.
Now's
We
not
don't-
the time, mate.
like the Lord of Lies, Asmodeus.
And the Lord of Law.
Lies and law? That seems kind of weird.
You can
You
lie.
never said he was a liar.
The large umbrella.
Yes, we did. He's a fucking devil.
There is a way of speaking in half-truths,
Yeah.
where you can speak.
How do you
Things
know?
like
I mean,
that.
I don't know what your connection is with Asmodeus, so forgive me if I'm overstepping a boundary. But are you sure you can trust the devil?
Oh, fair point. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
He kind of shoots a look to like Crimson.
It hasn't led us astray so far.
Oh, okay.
The point we have to remember is that Asmo wants him to be powerful, and in order for him to be powerful, he needs us. So at this moment, it would be against Asmo's wishes for him to get hurt.
He has a vested interest in taking down Hallister.
Interesting.
So when it comes to taking down Hallister, I believe we can take his word.
I guess that tracks from what I've seen.
I know I was more on board before you said that stuff about half-truths, frankly, but I don't see a better option right now.
Then speaking with him.
Yeah, I can't imagine Asmo would be too happy about Hallister stealing devils from his domain.
Not at all. Do you know more about the relationship between Hallister and Asmodeus?
Like, I know that he has like a giant summoning sigil in his lair. It's like a giant circle with like a star. I forget what you call those things.
Pentagram.
Pentagram, thank you. In his tower. And I think that the pentagram is how he accesses the hells. Like, I guess that tracks. Makes sense. You can see Alexei he's like slowly like convincing himself, if not a defense mechanism or just like a rationale.
Mordek will also elaborate. It's my understanding that Hallister used to actually have a pact with Asmodeus, and somehow got out of it. The only one in the history of the multiverse to have done so.
Alexei kind of like makes the same like incredulous face. He's like, I mean, Hallister is strong. When was this? I mean, he only started breaking the ninth circle of magic like recently. I can't imagine. That's interesting.
As far as I understand, it was like thousands of years ago. Do I know when?
Yeah, do we know?
You are confident in your information.
Thousands of years ago?
Yeah. You're confident in your information, and yet Alexei is still confused. He's like that. And he kind of he lets it go. He's like, okay, yeah, that. So has like a little bit of confused look on his face, but I suppose there's been stranger things, perhaps.
Common enemies make strange allies.
Yeah. I do.
So, are we just gonna fucking walk in and talk to them? Or are we gonna possess one of them? Or what are we gonna do? I can't imagine that we just walk in and fucking just be like, hey, we wanna kill that guy up there, let us in. There's no fucking way.
Well,
Do you want to still sneak as a contingency?
We can't have a contingency. If we
Why
talk to
not?
them first, and they are not down with it, they're not gonna let us sneak past them.
What if
Or you
You-
make yourself like a sniper?
Yeah, what if we talk
you sneak?
And do what? I can't take the mythal down myself.
No, but you could definitely do a lot of damage without us being here, so that if things go awry, a little leg up.
You want me to place myself in a sneaky spot so that I can take one of them down should they say no and attack us?
if it turns to a fight,
Well, it's not like that would be possible regardless.
What would it
The mythals don't think that.
Oh, he
Oh,
can take him down.
I'm fine.
Don't even.
Does he have an artifact that can?
You about to see.
he's a very
He,
well
he
trained
is an
assassin.
artifact, essentially.
His underwear is.
Only.
You see this blood? I pull out like the rag.
Killed a mind flayer
A
with
silvery
Okay,
loincloth.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that wasn't. Did the mind flayer have a mythal protecting it?
No, but I didn't have any magic. I was fucking naked.
I don't think you understand how powerful mythals.
I don't think you understand,
No,
mate.
What are you trying to say?
They're invulnerable.
What do you mean?
Are you saying that I
They-
can't hit them?
Can't die.
They can't die.
What?
You'll stab them and it'll do nothing.
Fucking shit.
They can't be hurt. They, can't be
They
knocked
might as well
unconscious?
be under the spell invulnerability
Then we
So everything?
permanently.
then we gotta fucking sneak.
Then we have to sneak.
I want to inside check this guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
24?
He's being frank. Mythals are not. I mean, believe me, I understand the frustration, but when Izat was talking about the mythals, he wasn't lying. This is. I mean, like, Wish is powerful, and it's. But I've seen Hallister use things that are stronger, and mythals are created with that power. It's what keeps him the way he is.
Then even more so, if we talk to them and they're not cool with us going up, we're fucked.
Yeah.
So we had better have a fucking great plan to talk to them.
I don't know if that's still on the table.
I still back you, Mono, if you think that this is the right
I
way
still
to go.
think that diplomacy is the best option. This just even further makes my case because if we're able to sneak, we get to the second level, we get to the third level, we're going to be fighting death slads, we're going to be fighting invisible traps. Who knows what's going to be up there? And if we have to throw on a whole contingent of invulnerable archmages as well, we don't stand a chance.
What are you gonna do? Walk in and be like, hey, let us up? As yourself? What's the plan? I'm okay with there being a plan other than sneaking, but what is it?
Yeah, how are you going to introduce?
Is there a way
our
that-
purpose?
I am willing to go there myself, if necessary. I can leave Assie behind and talk with them. And if they seem me not worthy and end up killing me, my connection with Assie will sever and he will disappear and we'll know they have killed me.
But then we can't do anything because we can't get the mythal down without your rod of law.
Yeah.
And you're the only one that has that.
We don't want him to get killed.
We can't.
I mean, the question still stands, though, Lord. Like, what are you going to say to these people? Do you have something in mind? Or I could say it. It's just...
Well, we know that they're not particularly fond of the way Odysseus has been doing things. If they're amenable to just having a conversation, I would like to understand their thoughts on Odysseus, what they don't like about him, if they're happy working and protecting Hallister, and if they're not, we can offer an alternative route, an alternative solution.
But what if they are happy? What if they don't like Odysseus, but they don't like us more than they don't like Odysseus? Or they trust their counterparts who choose Odysseus more than they don't like him?
We can paint an enticing picture, as it is right now. They are slaves to Odysseus and Hallister. They are but a shadow, pun intended, of their former glory. They are isolated in this mansion with no possible means of venturing beyond and achieving their own goals, their own ends. They are tied to this man, to this mansion, to this person who isn't even a Shadow Dusk.
Is there a way for you to be disguised as one of them?
If you were to disguise me as one, how good is your...
It's fine, but is there, like, do you have magic in your rod or something that can help us? Like, is there something you can do?
I do not currently possess anything within my rod or without that would stand up to the mythal.
Alright.
You do.
See me?
Yeah, seeming, but I don't know if you can see through it.
Anytime I've had
I
to deal
mean-
with... Yeah.
Like, they're a family. I mean, unless you, like, know what their family looks like, they're gonna know. If, I mean, like, if, like, someone shows up to your doorstep and you're like, hey, I'm your brother second twice removed or
Aye.
something, you know, they'll... I mean, I don't know.
Do you have spells in your rod?
I have a Revivify, I have a Magic Jar, and I have Tether Essence. You know, if you think it's more practical for me to use Magic Jar to possess one of them and go that route,
I just don't know what you would say to them that way either. I don't know what we would say. Would you convince them from the inside that they need to do something about Odysseus? You know what I mean? But then what if they're not down for it?
I could tell
Especially
them.
convince them urgently. I imagine this is a matter of urgency.
I just don't know.
What if? Because they know, you even know that Skriana is gone.
Yeah.
Do they know who did it?
I heard that whoever did it tried really hard for it not to happen.
Insight check.
He's telling the truth.
There's a couple options here.
I'm gonna use Russian. Right.
We could go in there being like, we did our best with Skriana, we're sorry for your loss, we came to say your final goodbyes. Or, we could disguise one of us as Skriana.
They know she's dead.
No one stays dead in the Undermountain. Look at Cephalosk.
That takes some convincing too.
You've all died.
No one stays dead, Danny. No one's strong. And Skriana, theoretically, maybe is strong.
Alright, go on. Skriana.
So Skriana could be the perfect disguise. We know how she sounds, we know how she looks, we know how she acts. You could theoretically just impersonate her. You're not impersonating some random stranger you don't even know trying to pass as him.
Shadow Dust don't like Skriana. They were ashamed of her.
Were they?
Yes.
Aye.
I have it in my notes.
Then why were they so sad about her death?
I don't know if they're sad.
Because she's family.
Alexis
I think they
said it
still
was sad.
I think they still care. Maybe she would have been on the lower level.
Maybe they'd be so beside themselves, and especially if it was one of you two who can still cast magic. Coming back, being a fine spellcaster, being a Shadow Dusk, obviously you can cast magic, but wow, how incredible that you can cast magic. We haven't seen you in a long time kind of thing. You might be able to, just like, with the, oh my gosh, we're so glad that you're not dead, get a little bit further than you thought. That might be the perfect disguise.
Wait, so am I going in as Skriana and
No,
he's
no, no,
saying
No,
he
it would
revived
have to
me?
be one of us.
Definitely not you.
Well, I was thinking if I went as Skriana and they said that they saved me, that way you have both of them to speak, because I don't know that I can make them a costume that looks like Skriana. Maybe her.
Can we make him Skriana?
Is he charming?
He doesn't have magic, just like Skriana.
He's charming.
How charming? As charming as her?
No.
No.
I fear that if we intend to go the route of diplomacy, having it based on a lie
Yes, I'm with you.
is not going to work well for us.
Because if we're gonna be deceitful in that regard, we might as well sneak.
We have a head.
What, are we gonna bring her fucking bones?
We bring it back to rest.
We don't have her head.
Yes, we do. It's right here.
We have a skull.
Again, just roll with it.
I pull out a literal skull. It's right.
I remember it so vividly because you like used a vial of acid to melt off the skin.
Because we didn't want her to get talked to. She doesn't have a
Yeah.
jaw either. It's just the top of her skull.
We don't have it anymore.
We don't?
What happened to it?
It's not in here.
Did you guys get rid of it?
Maybe it fell out. I don't know.
Maybe we got rid of it because we didn't want it tied. I can see us getting rid of it because we didn't want it tied to us. Because we knew we would see the shadow dusks again.
And we didn't want them to scry on it, maybe.
Yeah.
Durnan has it. It's just like a prized possession from when he was
It's just-
when he was down in level 15 of the Undermountain.
Just a
Yeah,
skull.
it's just one of my prizes from defeating one of the most powerful archmages down there. One of
We don't have it.
We totally fucked up that skull too. I did. I
so-
burned off the skin and ripped off the jaw.
Oh,
It's so dark.
I tell you, I'll make it tough to just roll with it sometimes.
Maybe it fell out.
Alexei takes a step to Kofa and is like,
Bahamut
I'm with
earmuffs.
Earmuffs.
you. I'm with you, man.
So you just want to walk in there and talk to them as you.
All right. I mean,
I trust you if you think that's the best idea, but I just
What if one of you was Triana?
they know she died. You better make up a fucking good story.
It's based on a lie.
You will say that you're whether you trust Asmodeus or not, you do get a correct answer from the spell.
it is possible for us to convince them to
I-
work with us.
Just have to think of the best way.
I don't know about you, Mordai. I mean, I do still have the all-seeing pendant from that carnival, which helps me be very persuasive.
Is that an artifact? Or is it a magic item?
I don't know. Is it a magic item?
Wanted at a carnival in Waterdeep. It's
It's an artifact.
You guys are like standing at the nipple.
It squirts water. I know.
And then you all die.
I know, lass. I've got some potions that would be really helpful, but I think nothing's gonna work up there. Listen, I think we need to figure out what we're gonna do, if we're gonna talk to them, how we're gonna talk to them, and then we need to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do with our dad. And I want to talk to you first, alone. Let's figure out a plan first, and then we'll talk.
Well, I know that, Taryn, through your music, you've been able to make certain things that seem improbable or even impossible much easier. My own connection to my lord offers me certain abilities independent of my magic, which can help improve my chances of success.
I'm sorry, I just pictured Sarah. Sarah pictures Taryn kicking down the door and being like,
So we have ways to help ensure that our words are as honeyed as possible.
yeah, what the fuck are we gonna do? We're gonna just fucking stand there? We're not letting you go in alone.
You look non-menacing.
Like-
You probably don't say anything.
I'm still on a team. You sneak no matter what.
What the fuck
You
am I gonna
sneak
do?
to your houses on.
I think that's a good idea.
Sneak where? Do what? I can't fucking kill anyone. I'm not useful.
I mean, at the very least, perhaps.
You're literally the only one of us that's useful in here.
I can go quietly places, but I can't do anything
Yeah,
when
you
I
can
get there.
attack.
You can kill them. What are you talking about?
We just said
They're archmages.
I can't kill
They're
shit.
impermeable.
Oh yeah.
I can sneak the fuck
That's
around.
the Crimson Iris.
We're all getting key points. We're just talking in circles.
Yeah.
What do we do? What is your plan?
Well, I think his plan is to talk.
As himself?
That's what he said.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm a Mora.
I think that's what we have to do. If
Fine. Majority rules. Do we have a backup plan?
I don't think it's possible for all of us, to successfully sneak to the third floor.
Backup plan? Sprint our asses to the middle.
That sounds worse. We're gonna be deeper
That's
in.
absolutely worse. Everything about it's bad.
Alright, so you talk. Say it goes wrong. We leave.
No.
We can't go to the
We
middle.
bail. We run up the stairs.
I like Alexei's like I actually love that idea.
To bail.
Yes.
I do too.
No.
If
We're
it
not.
goes wrong, we need out. Because if it goes wrong, we're not gonna go further up where they're expecting us and everyone hates us and we can't disarm the Mythal. And we have to fight people that we can't hurt. It's a fucking suicide mission.
Why can't we disarm
It's true.
them?
If they know we're coming.
Why not?
It's gonna be dozens of archmages against us.
And
Well,
they're
we're
gonna
trying
be
to-
There's only 6 of them in there.
and a dragon and Deathslad that we can't touch. And Odysseus that we can't touch. While we're trying to disarm the Mythal, which means you two are going to be doing something else.
Yeah.
You
Is
two are going to be
Odysseus
useless.
I've got an artifact. I'm not useless.
You're less useless than me.
Is it
But we still can't hurt them.
I got an artifact.
We can't hurt them.
The only thing I'm not sure about is I don't know if like the Death Slod or like the Draco Lich is protected from the Mythal. I just know that the Shadow Dusks and their leader are.
Okay.
Either way, if they say no, we cannot run upstairs. It's a suicide mission.
The whole thing's a suicide mission. The whole thing's been a suicide mission from the start.
I say,
So we should
Run in
go
to the
back
Mythal.
to the surface right now.
Let's leave.
if it goes wrong, we have to leave. And you know that. You know that.
Leave the mansion.
Yes, you know that.
We'll never get back in.
That's the risk that we take. If we're gonna go up to the 3rd floor without talking to them, then that's fine because no one knows we're there. But we're not gonna talk to them say no, and then run past them upstairs. They're gonna alert everyone, and the 3 of us are gonna be fighting off 6 Archmages and a Draco Lich and Deathslad while you two are trying to disarm the Mythal. And we can't hurt
Be
them.
with a good time.
What do you think?
I believe in your ability to sneak to the Mythal. I don't trust in my own ability. And for all of us to safely get
Great.
to the Mythal by sneaking.
But what happens if you talk to them and it doesn't work? That's all I need to know. I'm down to let you talk to them. Fine. If you think that's the best plan, fine. Let's talk to them. But if it doesn't work, we need to leave.
If that's even possible, but
If that's possible, if not, we're just gonna die right there.
It's a risk we all took when we came down here. You included, so don't say we're going back home because we're not.
Fine. Then you plan what you're gonna say to them. I want to talk to her.
Do you know how to detect thoughts?
Oh, actually, oh no,
Predictable is it?
that's still magic. If we have innate magic, it's still magic. It
Yeah.
doesn't work. Okay, great. Do you have anything you want to say to us?
I believe in our party's ability to persuade greater than our party's ability to sneak collectively.
I agree. But if that answer is no,
Well, we'll deal with that if it happens.
Alright. Certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Wait,
I mean,
so
when
sounds
has
like
it
a
ever
party.
been different?
if they're impervious to all
That's
damage,
good.
if you black jar them, would you be impervious to all damage?
If you what? If you what? Then?
black jaw.
Magic,
Oh.
you know?
If I were to possess them, I would.
Do you gain their abilities?
I.
I mean, you could get
They're invulnerable because of their blood, and the Mythal is not one of their innate abilities.
So you would
So-
be invulnerable.
I believe I would be invulnerable while possessing them.
I think that checks out. I mean, as long as you were within the manor and
Because
beyond.
he switches souls, not bodies.
I think that checks out. Yeah.
If talking goes south, and even if it doesn't, maybe we lure one of them aside. And, you know.
The
And you know,
For our sake, let's be really explicit here. What do we know? What's the plan?
I mean, if we're gonna do it with possession, then let's do that first.
Possession. Okay, that's why I asked. 'cause-
If we're gonna do it with possession, what we do is we put a rope trick outside. We leave Morai's body up there. I take the jar with me. I sneak in. We find one of them that's alone. He possesses them. Bam. But then we have to figure out again, what's he gonna say? How is he gonna convince them to turn on their family?
Utilizing that spell, it requires about a minute of concentration for me to move my own soul into the rod. And then once my soul is inside the rod, then I can very quickly then attempt to possess someone.
Do they know that you're attempting to possess them if you don't succeed?
I believe they would feel something tugging at their soul if I failed.
And what do you want to do?
That does seem sneakier though. Just saying. But you lot decide.
It does seem sneakier.
Majority rule.
My gut's telling me diplomacy. My lord is telling me diplomacy.
I'll take that.
Tyron? Great, that's a majority.
Sounds like we got a plan. Well, I'm
Fine.
gonna get some shut eye. I'm starting to get pretty tired.
No, you're
Alright,
not.
give me stuff.
You're going to attune to this. Spend some time with that. The Ring of Spell Storing.
I need to put
Spell
stuff in.
storing.
We need
Okay.
to put
Oh.
spells in it
You
right
can't
now.
Heard.
put stuff in it until it attunes
It's
to it.
quite popular.
Also, are you interested in maybe trying on a more powerful form?
Sure.
You would gain the ability to communicate telepathically.
Is that gonna affect our chances tomorrow?
Once the mythal is down, then this form, I believe, then this form would take effect for you.
Okay. I would.
It would allow you to fly around the battlefield without.
If it can get me to help
Yeah.
more than I can now, then
Oh, it absolutely would.
Well, now before that happens, you should take this, one of fireballs.
Okay.
And then you should
For
probably also
protection.
take this for protection.
Okay.
And then you should also take the, just in case, it's the +1 dagger.
Okay.
Put the cloak on, you fuck!
So +1 dagger, puts the cloak on, attunes to the ring and the wand.
Hold on. Wait until I transform you to attune to all this stuff.
I wanted to.
I know. I know.
Take it, okay. Okay, I can wait.
Wait one moment. Very well. Do you accept this gift?
He just goes. I accept.
I like shake his hand, and then like in like Kingdom Hearts, you know, like the black portal that like the whatever they're. Have you played Kingdom Hearts? Shoot, I can't remember what they're called, but the group of 13 people that wear the black cloaks.
That sounds sick.
Corridor of Darkness.
Oh, dude, I'm
Yeah,
picturing,
Corridor of
I'm
Darkness.
picturing when Hades shakes Hercules' hand and he like suddenly like shrinks
Yeah.
into.
Basically, like a black portal appears.
Oh,
around
dude,
them.
yeah, I see it literally. Yeah. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. It's like that.
Cool.
Kinda?
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda, sorta.
Like a black portal appears around him, and then as I release my hand, he has the form of a spine devil.
Spine devil. Have we seen one of those?
I don't think we have. We've seen Bone Devils.
Spined devil.
Spine Devil. Let me look it up. Spine Devil. Yes.
Here, I'll show you what it looks like on the.
Not if I show it first.
Okay.
Ooh. That's a pretty dope looking guy.
He looks very scary.
Ooh, that's a big mouth.
That's a lot of teeth. That's a big smile.
That's a big mouth.
He has a fly speed of 40 feet, immune to fire and poison,
Eee.
has ranged, melee attack, magic resistance, and flyby, so he doesn't provoke an opportunity attack when he flies out of an enemy's reach.
He's got 24 AC.
Nice.
And magic
24 AC.
Yeah.
No.
That's what it says right here.
13 AC.
13 AC.
Oh, this may be different.
So if anything, he'll be able to retreat safely.
Oh, there it is.
And you see like a trident. And then he's like, this is a little different than regular polymorph.
Do you feel the power coursing within you?
Yeah, I feel something. A little bit, yeah. I feel more powerful than I was before. Yeah.
And if you attune to that ring, you have some spells that you can use.
And he'll spend the next 2 hours attuning to both of those items.
Great.
Yeah.
Alright.
Before Tara goes to sleep, I'm gonna fill up that ring of spell storing with whatever spells I have left that he wants.
I wanted to give him a sending so he could contact
Okay.
his family. Sending. Just so he could tell his dad that he's okay.
Is he gonna use it?
Is he gonna do it in front of us, or do you want to do that? Okay.
Yeah, I would imagine he
Yeah.
uses it in his own time.
And yeah.
Then we can fill the thing out.
I just don't
Alright.
want to use tomorrow's spells.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
search. Dang it.
Taryn,
Yeah.
can we talk? Taryn and Tally, well, do you have anything
Sorry,
left?
which spells are you putting in there?
Depends on what he wants. I could give him a shield. I could give
He
him.
doesn't care.
Because I can also
Is it-
give him a
is
bunch
it
of shields.
4.
You have 4.
5.
You have 5 spaces, so you can do
Okay.
1 5th level spell or
Got it.
5
Or
first
any
level
other
spells.
combination that equals 5.
Oh, I see. Are they gonna be mind blanked?
I know that's Hallister's favorite spell. And there's a good chance. But I don't know.
Alright.
Do you lot have anything you want to say?
I can give him stuff that'll protect him. I can give him a shield. I can give him absorb elements.
You only have 2 attunements right now, right?
Well, I have the Wand of Fireballs and
The cloak.
the Cloak of Protection
And
and
the
then
Ring
the
of
Spell
Spell
Storing
The
Ring.
cloak is attunement. Okay,
Yeah.
then never mind. I have the ring of mind shielding.
Yeah.
What does that do?
Should be in your inventory on the game.
I can look.
It just makes it to where people can't read your mind, basically.
Oh, okay. Then no, doesn't matter.
You are immune to magic that allows others to.
I mean, I'll just take 5 shields if nothing else.
I mean, I only have 3 level 1 slots.
I have several.
Okay.
Do you want to give him something more powerful? I don't know.
I mean, he can only get up to a 5th level spell, and then he would just have 1 spell.
Hey,
I can give him a second
fifth
level.
level's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Well, if you give him 2,
I can give him a bless. I can give him a second level bless that'll target 4.
Oh, that would actually be nice because then he could be concentrating on that rather than you.
That would target 4 of us. A second level bless. I give him a
Should I
third
get a-
level.
Should I get like 2 of those or something, and then a shield? Okay, so
Unless
lose
you want-
concentration.
Unless you want a third level bless, that'll give all 5 of us.
I just don't know if he can concentrate that long.
Yeah, you can give me a 3rd level and a 2nd level, or 2 second levels and a shield.
Let's do 2 second levels on a shield.
I like that.
Okay.
I give him 2.
Or should I do absorb elements?
Yeah, that's why.
This dragon is undead,
Yeah.
correct? Have you seen it breathe fire?
Lightning.
Lightning.
Yeah.
Lightning.
Yeah, I remember when we scribed, we saw evidence of a blue dragon scars.
Aye.
So we know it,
Stuff.
it does lightning then.
Mm-hmm.
This,
Maybe
this evening I will change my.
bless.
What? No!
Keep
the chronic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can give him
Yeah,
a
do whatever you
third
want to
level
do.
bless,
Yeah.
which will target 5 of us. And then
A 3rd level bless?
and then a first level shield
Okay.
and a first level absorb elements.
Great.
Cool. Yoink.
Alright. Does anybody have anything to say to the party? Tara and I need to talk before we decide what we're doing with Odysseus.
No, Lexi kind of goes,
What?
can I bunk with Crimson?
Yeah,
Do whatever the fuck you want.
Taking you on beds.
I get top bunk!
No.
Aw, cute. It's
We
like
can-
they're 10 years old again.
We can talk in the morning before we leave about what we're going to do with Odysseus when we get down there. Most important part is to figure out what you're going to say. But we need to chat. Does anybody have anything else? while we get together.
I feel like one of the first things that might be worth mentioning is that we are colleagues of Skriana and have information about her. That might be the quickest thing that would get them to stay their hand against attacking us and try and learn more information.
Also, sorry, this just crossed.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry to cut you off.
You're good.
Perhaps we should feast.
We should feast.
Absolutely,
feast.
we should feast.
Let's
Crimson!
feast. Let's feast first.
I've got the slots for it.
Let's feast first.
Yeah, Crimson and Alexi run back down the stairs.
Ah.
You don't need to tell us what you're going to say now. I just want to make sure that you lot have a plan for tomorrow.
Are you okay if I bring up Skriana?
I don't know that's a good plan. Do you lot think it is?
I think it is.
If,
I would want to know.
if I was going to kill someone and they said they had information about my dead relative,
Yeah.
What
I
are you
wanna
going to
hear
say
what
when
have
they
to
say, what information do you have?
that we worked with her in one of Hallister's challenges?
Maybe bring back her journal. We have a
Do
journal.
we have her journal?
Aye.
Yeah.
That would be good. Bring back her journal. Mention that.
Well, her private diary where she declares that she's in love with the freaking Far Realm guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna flip.
Fuck her.
That's fair for evidence.
Did we read through this? Did
Yes.
we read through it all?
Yes.
Did it say
Yeah.
anything about us being assholes?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
I feel like I remember. It was
think-
basically just a big, like, every night
love
dream of Akbar.
Yeah.
Just say some shit like, we were her
She's
friends.
a great student who
She's
worked
a great
really
student.
hard.
She's a
She
great
wanted
student.
to make her family proud.
Unfortunately, Hallister's machinations resulted
Yes.
in her
Aye.
death.
When she died, we wanted to bring her journal to her family.
Yes, that's very. I like that.
Great. See, I can be nice.
Good job.
Don't do me a favor. Never smile again.
Maybe just you could smile, but like also be hiding.
Like a sneaky smile.
I'm just in the corner like.
And smile. Maybe a smile without teeth. You look like a dog.
Yeah, it's perfect.
We're deciding to feast. Heroes feast.
Great. Okay.
Great.
I guess we feasted.
All right.
What was the name of that school?
Yeah,
I was
roll
like, yeah.
roll your 2d10. The spell got nerfed so hard in 2024.
Good thing this is still 5e.
Yep. It's way better in 5e, dude. 2 ones.
Snake
Okay,
eye.
2 maximum
What?
HP. Sometimes that's how it rolls.
And those of us that were
How
impacted,
many more of these gems do we have? Can we do it again? we have because we have
we have
a
we
lot
have-
of castings of it.
Also-
We have gems.
For those of us that were impacted by aid, we are no longer impacted by aid. So take off that 25 HP.
If you long rest, it'll auto take off all that stuff.
Okay.
Let me see.
Sorry guys, I rolled 2 ones.
No,
but
don't be
we'll
sorry,
get
don't be sorry.
advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Yeah, you can cast it again. You can
Is
try to
it
reroll.
Can I?
worth casting again? Do you
Yeah,
think?
it would just use another 1,000
Hold on.
gold. It would just be
How
another
many-
1,000 gold. Precious
many
gold.
But we've got like
Yeah.
10 uses
Yeah.
of it.
It's like the
There's
same
two
thing. Like
total.
if
We
you
have 13,
cast
we
false
have
life, you
12
can
left,
cast
so
false
just
life
that.
again
Total
to
or
try and roll
two
for higher
with the
damage
modifier?
speed.
Two
It just
total.
doesn't stack.
Yeah.
We take
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Take
rolled
no.
2 ones.
That's two more than I had.
We have 12
What's
bowls.
the...
Do again. I'm still
Everybody's like,
fucking
nom
hungry.
nom 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 nom.
I couldn't possibly eat anymore.
There's always room for cello.
So there's second breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about second Heroes Feast?
Second feast.
Yeah, you can spend another 1,000 gold to do again.
Okay, I've got another gem encrusted bowl. So
Yeah.
How do
Okay.
we do?
So let me
Okay.
roll again. Watch, it's another 2 ones. I'm not using
Could
the
be.
same die.
Yeah, it could be.
Trying to use these. These
Um,
are usually pretty good.
if you click on
Your
I'm
health.
gonna use this one's usually
Temp
Yeah.
HP.
there's a max
Temporary.
HP
No, it's
modifier.
max HP
Yeah.
modifier.
Oh, okay.
9 for the first roll.
Okay,
That's
that's
already
better than
better.
one.
That's already 3 times better.
And another Worth it.
So that's so then I
That
put
So do you
jello
want to do
in
it? You want to push for
that's
20?
No.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. You're hot. You're hot. You're hot. So that's 19 maximum HP. Take your long rest first, though.
So does that...
You mean 18?
Take your long rest first. It's 18.
Wait, so we got 18 hit points.
Max.
18 max HP.
But long rest first,
Yes,
so it
say that it
resets
resets.
your HP back to where it should be.
Yeah.
What is my HP? It's 136 normal.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you're 1 more than I am.
Okay.
24, bad boy, let's go. Not for long.
153.
It's gonna go down when we go in there,
Great.
isn't it?
Worth it.
I
Same with all of your magic armor, shield, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, so I'm gonna need to
How would I
remember.
go about like de-equipping all of that stuff?
You can go to inventory and just find like mundane versions of it. So like if I go to Crimson and I go to
Like 2
inventory
months,
and I
yeah.
go to manage inventory, I can look. I can look for breastplate.
Because like my shield is still gonna be a normal shield,
Correct.
and my Dragon Guard armor is still gonna be a normal breastplate armor.
So what I'm doing is I'm adding a normal shield and a normal breastplate to your inventory.
Thank
So when you enter it, you can just de-equip and equip.
Look up here.
Just reload the page and it'll be there. So Telly, you have +2 leather,
Well, I have a +2 shield.
and no, you don't.
The Sentinel shield.
Is a regular shield, so it only gives you +2.
Yeah.
A +2 shield gives you +4.
Oh, sorry. This is
Yeah,
just
it's
a.
a shield.
It is, yeah, but it's always been a normal shield, so I'm not
Correct.
losing any armor. Okay.
But you have +2 leather, so you'll go down by +2
Oh wait, why though? I'm confused. That's why.
because
oh,
it's magic
I have
negating.
my leather is magical.
Correct.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. So when you enter, I added regular leather to your character sheet,
Okay.
so you'll reload. I'm gonna do the same for Terran.
I'm gonna go ahead and de-equip all of my stuff because that did change my max HP, and now I gotta modify it.
Studded leather.
Oh shit, no it didn't.
So I need to
You can just take a long rest and it'll. You want to take a long
Well,
rest?
I know, but it's much lower than I thought.
I see. Yeah. Kofa, your AC won't be affected except by 1, because you have a +1 shield, but your armor stays intact because it's an artifact. So I'm just going to give you a regular shield for when you go down there to reflect that. And then Mordai, your AC will go down by 2 as well. And I'm
Do we
gonna
have an
give you
extra shield?
Studded leather.
I mean, we've been picking up armors and shields and shit from warriors from the first level. I think we just didn't write them down because.
Yeah, probably.
Because why? So do we have enough like regular shields to go around?
Mordai isn't proficient in shields though.
Yes.
I can use it, I just can't cast spells while you hold it.
And then you'll get like disadvantage on like strength and dexterity checks and stuff
Oh
while you're holding
no! How are you
Not
gonna?
strength
How are you
checks!
gonna beat them in an arm wrestling match?
it. Yeah, you'll have disadvantage on all strength saving throws, and then you have disadvantage on all acrobatic, athletics, stealth, and sleight of hand checks while holding the shield.
Okay.
But I'll add it to your inventory.
Yeah, I'll just kind of. I won't equip it just yet, but
Yeah,
I'll hold on-
you'll
hold on
still
to that.
benefit from the AC. Yeah.
I would if I end up using it. Yeah.
Yeah. I added all of the mundane versions once you guys step into the anti-magic. So
Okay.
you can just reload your character sheet
Yeah.
and it'll be there in your inventory.
I already changed my armor and I took off the headband because I won't have it.
Hey, you wouldn't benefit. Yeah,
Yeah.
You wouldn't benefit from
So
it. Yeah.
I'm staying attuned to it, but for my character sheet, I took it off so that
Sure.
I know.
Yeah,
okay.
you can do the same with the iron stone.
I took it off, but now that I'm playing with it, it's not going back on. So eventually, I will need to reset it.
Yeah. So because what you have to do
I click the button.
is you have to go all the way down, and you have to press accept.
Oh.
Kofa,
And then
does your armor just allow
so
you to
then like
teleport,
when you
or are there
equip
other
it
magical
again,
abilities that it
iron
has?
stone,
I got the
it requires
steps,
attunement,
and I
so you
got
have to
a few
re-attune to it.
Oh, but then it didn't change my.
couple defensive and offensive
Oh.
options to boot.
So say we had to go toe to toe with,
Okay, thank you.
oh I don't know, a death
makes
slad.
sense.
You might be
You
able
can just
to.
you can keep it in your inventory and keep it.
I
equipped.
wouldn't
You
count
just-
myself out,
It's just not.
so to
good.
speak.
Okay, got it.
I need to think.
And if you want the HP buff again, you go. Great.
Excuse me.
Does anybody have anything that they want to say to the party?
We can do this.
Still think we should go back upstairs.
No.
Nobody asked me.
We'll talk in
You
the
just ate
morning.
the feast of a hero. Feel it.
Believe it.
We'll talk in the morning. Tara,
Plus 18.
to my room.
Thanks for the
And
feast.
so you guys are immune to poison. You guys have advantage on all wisdom saving throws. Immune to frightened. Am I missing anything?
10 HP. Or max HP.
Check the spell.
Advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Yeah. So
That's it.
you're cured of all diseases. You're immune to poison, and you're immune to being frightened.
That's good.
All wisdom saving throws with advantage and the max HP. So those 4 things. Yeah. So you can stand in a cloud kill and be fine.
All right.
Just what I wanted.
Kofa, quick bath before
Oh
bed.
my god.
Thought you'd never rise.
Crimson and
A
Alexi.
quickie though.
Taryn and
Telly.
Telly. Kofa and Morad.
Right. We're gonna hop into my room with the 2 hammocks, with her hammock being all pink and cutie and frilly. Remember I
You
made
think
it?
Taryn is pink?
Well, he doesn't know. He's never really been.
Okay,
Remember, he made it for you like a long time ago.
Yes.
So your
I
side is
forgot all
like
about that.
frills and pink and like a
It's
lady.
light red.
Yeah. You've never seen your dad.
Just inscribe.
He didn't used to be like this.
I know, I've seen the photo. I know, I don't believe that my mum would go for him as he is now.
We're gonna have to fight him, lass.
Yeah. It's pretty tragic, but I understand. I am holding on to hope that perhaps he has been modified in some way, that he's not truly himself. I don't want to believe that. But I understand what we must do.
Are you okay killing him?
I don't want to be the one that takes the final blow.
Are you okay if he dies? I'm gonna go sit next to Taryn in her pink hammock.
I think you can mourn someone that you've never known. Mourn the idea of them. Mourn what could have been. But I know you all more than I will ever know him. Are you okay, Kim? You know him better than you know us.
Yeah, but I think if there was a way to save him, and you can see Tally has like a little
Yeah.
tear.
Yeah.
If there was a way to save him, of course. I want that more than anything. But I'm not willing to lose this family that we've created if we're not guaranteed we can save him. As far as I'm concerned, I've lived my whole life thinking he was dead. And I've never felt as happy as when I found out he was alive, and I've never felt as sad as I did when I found out that he was evil.
My whole purpose for coming in, going in through the Yawning Portal, was to find out information on my dad, and boy did I. It's a little shattering to think he'd come down here to destroy the very thing I was seeking. But I found other things along the way. Things that have proven to me to be invaluable. And sadly, if this is the way it needs to be, I think I will make my peace with it.
I'm gonna put my arm around Taryn and I'm gonna squeeze her and I'm gonna say, you would have loved him.
I wonder if he knows about me.
He would have loved you. And I'm gonna rest my head on hers and you're gonna feel his little tears, because I'm crying. You're gonna feel his little tears dripping on you. And he's just gonna be like, if there is a way to save him, maybe we can.
Yeah.
Can you... You know how Mordai talks to his god? Can you talk to yours and see if there's a way to get someone back from that? The Book of Vile Darkness.
I'll try. My relationship with Bahamut is much more different than Mordai's with
It's
Asmodeus.
fair.
Bahamut
Ah.
dreams, but maybe if he's out there and he's hearing this, he'll come to me. I'll try.
I just want you to know that whatever happens, I will not sacrifice our found family for what I lost. I spent my whole life alone. And as far as I'm concerned, he could have reached out. He didn't have to do what he did. He abandoned us just the same. He squeezes you really tight. I am full of rage at knowing that the man who made me who I am left knowingly. But, so again, if there's a way to save him, we can try. I want you to know your dad. I want to know your story. I want you to know where you came from. But I will kill him. And I will not think twice about it. Are you okay with that? If
Even
you-
if we get into the heat of the moment, and you do have to think twice, I'll understand.
I'm not losing you, lass. Because you're family too. If you find anything out, let me know. I love you.
Love you.
I'm gonna kiss her on the top of the head, and then I'm gonna go over to my bunk. Do you need anything?
Can I stay here?
Of course. Do you need more pillows? Good night. And you're just gonna sell smoke. He's not sleeping, but you're selling smoke.
I close my eyes. And Taryn will pray the best she knows how. She's not a woman of religion, but she, without any magic, just on hope beyond reason, will just call out to Bahamut in her head. Say, Bahamut, thank you for your grace. Thank you for making it possible for us all to be here safely. Thank you for allowing us to find Alexei for Crimson. It's quite a blessing to find him. And I hope that we can return him to himself. With that, if there's a way you can show a sign, bring understanding, if perhaps the same can be done for my father. And Tyrion will try to sleep.
I'll take you.
No, I don't want to kill Odysseus, but I think he would.
Right.
Does anyone have anything else they would like to do before heading out?
You need that spot on your back? Oh.
Oh. As we're like kind of chilling in the hot tub, just want to look over Kofa. Does it bother you that I work with Asmodeus and gain my power from him?
Let me tell you, following his plan in the cases this doesn't tickle me. But you know my religion. It's different than most. Most make you pick light or dark, like picking soup or salad. But my deity says you can bear both and more. I know, at least I've seen, what your deity can do. And frankly, I wouldn't be standing here without him. He brought the life back into me. Me, a fucking life cleric, for fork's sake. So? Look, I'm here, and I'm on board. Might take me a little more time tonight to process all this shit I've tried to pretend like I understand up till now, but when the time comes, you know where I'll be.
I know he's not very well received amongst a lot of communities, but he hasn't steered me wrong yet, and I do care about this group, and I care mostly about this group succeeding without no one dying. I have taken steps to ensure that, to the best of my ability, that will not happen.
I seem as well. That's one day of society, it's you I trust.
Well, I'm flattered, Kova. I think you're a good guy. I'm glad to have you on our side, and I don't know what we're going to be facing tomorrow, but I'm glad all 5 of us are here for it. 6, I guess, if we're including Alexi.
Yeah, he's like the Y in the vowels, you know.
Sometimes.
Glad we're together too.
Well, I suppose we better rest up for tomorrow.
Before we go to bed, Crimson would send me his dad.
Okay.
Me and Alexia are in our bunks, but we're like on the ground, like just chatting about whatever, having a beer,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna send you my dad.
Anything you want to say?
Dad, you're not gonna believe it. We found Alexi. Make sure you tell Father Merrickson we found him. I miss you. Get forward.
This is so sexy.
Sorry.
Hey guys, so we're not sexy guitar.
That's sorry. I'm trying to do so many things at once. Wait.
Unforgivable.
Still in the hot tub, Biggs.
It was like really cute and
Excuse me,
sweet when they were
Vanessa.
talking.
Yeah, it was.
And it's like now it's all sexy.
Excuse me, Vanessa, can
and
you change?
Yeah.
You found Alexei? That's Crimson, that's great. There's a lot I still want to talk with you about. A lot of questions. But just know that
That's no. That's no.
Damn.
That's unfortunate.
I think that was my last spell.
Oh my god, what a sad night.
I know.
Can you cast Sending with like a 4th or 5th level spell?
You
Yeah.
can.
Oh.
yeah,
Okay.
don't you have like higher level magic tapped out?
Just never, ever, 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 ever forget.
Yeah. Whatever you do, under any circumstances.
I'm just
No matter
gonna
what.
lay my bed in the quiet and be like, "Love you too, Dad." And I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Oh, that's cute. Okay. Is there anything else anyone else would like to do before you long rest?
We don't have to roleplay this out, but Mordai would dream Henry and just check in on him. See.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Check
Keeping up with his studies.
his studies, like practice some Infernal with him.
Yeah, he said my dad is going to this thing called like therapy. But so I don't see him as often. He goes twice a week.
Twice a day.
Big time trauma.
Yeah, he goes
Trauma
twice a
doctor.
week, and he's but you know, I keep telling him that we're safe as long as we have you.
Good. So we'll keep.
Good.
good.
Ah, true.
This
He's in the dream. He's in the dream. Ah.
This was
Good.
such a Yes.
So I would, in the dream, practice some magic with him, practice some infernal, conversations, all that stuff.
Yeah, and he's like we'll be ready for that for any other demon attacks.
That's what I like to hear. Keep working.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast!
More under Ender's Best will be like, that's my boy.
Oh, wow. Cool. And you all awake in the morning, still comforted by the mansion. And as you all gather around the diner, you all can have like your chicken and waffles and everything in between as you are getting ready to set out in the tunnel and descend.
Nothing from Muhammad.
No response. No.
I figured.
Yeah, make an insight check though.
Ooh. Burn all your shit.
I bet it's myself.
Sure.
Yes, girl.
The silence, hate to be cliche and say it doesn't necessarily speak volumes, but you kind of gain the insight that actions speak louder than words, and perhaps something may happen, perhaps something may not, but in order for blessings to come, actions speak louder than words.
Lexi, how was your magic?
It was great. Had the top bunk. Crimson obviously too weak to be able to push me off, and he submitted and was just and he knows his place at the bottom bunk.
Really?
Like as normal.
Yeah, definitely I did not sleep in the top bunk.
Definitely, yeah. I was in the top bunk the entire night, just like the old days, and
Did
it
you guys
was
share the
right
top
from
bunk?
the start,
just
yeah.
as comfortable as it always was been.
Inside check.
Yeah, go ahead.
22.
There's absolutely no fucking way
Yeah.
Crimson ever lets him have the top bunk.
I'll let
That's
him
mine,
believe it.
baby, let's go.
I'll let him believe it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, I bet, yeah, just like you used to at home, eh?
Yeah, well, with this new powerful form, I
know.
could
It's
understand
scary.
you being a little intimidated.
It is very intimidating.
Yeah. He takes his cloak. He takes his cloak. He's like,
Hey, you both have tails. All three of us have tails.
Mine's by far the shortest.
Alright, so are we doing this? Is there anything we need to talk about before we go? Oh, I have something I want to talk about. If we have to kill Odysseus,
TV game board?
Huh?
The TV game?
something happened with the. It just is. I don't know.
someone hit the thing with their foot.
Fuck.
Oh, it's on. It's back on.
Maybe just
Just
a
a fluke.
connection issue with the
Good boy.
HDMI.
If we have to kill Odysseus,
Sorry, I've been drinking so much water. I
it's fine.
That's a good sign.
I would ask that out of respect to Taryn and I. Obviously, we're gonna have to stop him. If there's a way to save him, I would like to. But do not hesitate if he's going to kill us. But please do not. Maybe we can revive him. But this party comes first.
It sounds like if it was the Book of Vile Darkness that brought about this change in him, I would be willing to take that artifact, that burden off of his shoulders, and perhaps, without the fog of that artifact tainting his view, he may be able to be revived and have more clarity.
That's what I'm thinking. So just don't eliminate him. Alright? Do not disintegrate him.
Don't we still have a scroll of Modify Memory? We might be able to just erase his memory from ever reading the book.
Aye. So I think we will probably need to kill him. But if there's any way to save him.
I imagine his connection to the Book of Vital Darkness is a lot like your connection with sin.
If you were to die, would sin still be, have sin still been attuned to you and a part of you?
Yeah. Yeah, she was there when I walked out.
How did you sever that connection?
Greater restoration.
Yeah, Taryn.
Great.
So perhaps the same type of magic can work.
So I think we need to incapacitate him. If that means we kill him temporarily, great. If there's something that we can do to hold him, great.
Yeah, while you're working on that, I can sift through the book and see if there's anything that could help us.
You get your book, we get that.
I understand that.
But if we have to kill him because he's coming after us, we have to. Just don't kill him beyond repair.
I just like to think Mordai having like the Book of Vile Darkness, and he's just like,
Licking his finger,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all made of skin. Like. Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about?
Alexei, did you happen to see through any of the scrying that Hallister did what some of the shadow desks look like that may have differing viewpoints or not necessarily agree through their body language or...
not that close. I just know that generally the outcasts are on the lower tiers, and like the higher tier where your room is more important you are. Well, I guess in this case it would be lower because the mansion's like upside down.
Oh, so they're like in the basement.
Well, they're on like the high, like near the roof, but it would be technically that would be like the lowest point. Like, so hold on.
It's like in a mansion but flipped upside
Hold on,
down.
excuse me, Vanessa. Can I get like a piece of paper and a pencil? Thank you. So like
He's
we're right.
learning. See, Telly, if he can learn. You
So
can.
like we're right here, right? And then we go down,
Yeah.
and then
Try erase, Vanessa. You gotta done yourself.
right,
Okay.
and it's like 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And
Are
then-
we gonna be falling upside down? Is this...
No,
Is gravity backwards?
Yeah, is gravity impacted?
I mean, no. Far realm, everything's backwards.
Oh, so they're in the far realm.
No, we're in the material plane, but like I said before, everything like the far realm kind of like
Nothing
seeps.
is normal.
Yeah, kind of seeps into
I see.
into this level.
Alright.
If that paints a better picture for you.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
It just pencil and paper a better picture.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much painting, but it was very good, thank you.
Excuse me, Vanessa. Could I have a paintbrush?
Alright.
Crayolas.
Crimson's our residential map maker.
Oh, can I see some of your work then?
Yeah, I pull out the map of the asteroid that just says like, it's like, here, Queen. It has a picture of like, they're all stick figures. There's like a boat up here. See?
Oh, so this is cool. I didn't know you sailed oceans. That's awesome.
That's in space, mate.
Well, I did not do that.
Let's go.
Back
Right?
upstairs. Yeah.
No.
It's worth a shot.
I mean, you can go back upstairs anytime.
Did Assy partake in the hero's feast?
Yes.
Okay, so Assy has 28 HP.
Kind of seeing,
Damn! Yeah, what's up?
seeing the gravity that Telly was speaking with, Kova's just gonna be like, look, Telly, I won't pretend to understand what you're going through right now, but like, if you need to sneak or approach, I can sneak with you. You know that my allegiance here is to life, so I plan to value that. And I pray you, Tensilor, guide me to judge where and when his life becomes a threat to ours.
I appreciate that, mate. I think my line is, this party is my family, and as far as I'm concerned, he abandoned me just as much. So if I can save him, I will, but if he needs to go down, he needs to go down. I've lived my whole life without a dad, and I will continue to do so.
Say la vie, as
You
the
can-
elves say.
He's not exhausted, Telly, obviously, because he slept, but you guys can tell, like, you know, when you wake up and, like, you've been crying and you're sad, his eyes are, like, pretty puffy.
Yeah.
He looks kind of haggard.
Yeah, Taryn
But
would
not
look
exhausted.
Okay.
similar. Taryn would look similar.
Okay.
Thank you, Kofa.
Of course.
Spidey. I can't bring you in there right away. I want you to wait outside this mansion's door. I'm gonna call you when I need you. God mansion for me.
Understood.
Oh. Let's go.
Nicole also ate the feast, right?
Yeah, sure. Let me get him in there.
He's all healed up.
Cutie.
Well, wait.
Because he needed a little long rest, right?
Yeah. So did you cast Hero's Feast in the morning or before the long rest?
Aww.
It was last night.
So we
So
have
he wouldn't have been. You'd have to wait until the morning.
Aww.
So do you want to cast it again?
No.
No. Okay.
Should I use a spell slot?
No.
Yeah, I don't want to use a spell slot.
Okay. Alright. If that's the case, then. Copy.
Goodbye, Vanessa, until our awaited reunion.
Can we take a break before we depart?
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta pee.
Sounds good. Alrighty.
I'm nervous.
Cool, so we'll take a quick break, make sure we refill some drinks and use the restroom and everything, and then we will be back with level 22!
Oh my gosh.
Burb. All right, we are back,
We're back, please.
and to get y'all in the mood.
Hey, Cedric, can you click off of the...
Let's go.
More sexy guitar.
Let's do this.
More sexy guitar.
Breakfast, all right.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be like, as soon as we enter the 22nd level?
Yeah. Level 22.
If it's like right there, like if we're inside.
We'll see.
Alrighty.
Nervous.
Okay.
So.
Sorry.
Taryn.
I'm nervous! I get gassy when I'm nervous.
Well done. That had a great tone.
I am a musician. I know great tone.
So as you all begin the long trek down, can someone roll me a d4?
I got it.
2.
It takes about 2 hours to get
Wow.
to, which is fairly normal. It's some have been longer, some have been shorter. But as you descend again, you're going deeper and deeper into Toril as the pressure is kind of like adjusting. You guys are pretty used to like that pressure adjusting from how low you guys are. But you guys almost kind of like look over your shoulders every so often, expecting a quip from Hallister, as he always does between levels. But it doesn't come. Hallister remains silent. It doesn't bother you. And almost having that paranoia at the front of your head, you reach the entrance of the 22nd layer level almost kind of unexpectedly. Because normally Hallister has something to tell you about the level, or he has some sort of like ridiculous game he wants you to participate in. Nothing. And as you descend the final steps of your trek downward, nothing but a flight of stairs that come into view. Do you descend?
What is that? Can we see the bottom of the flight of stairs?
It's that way.
Is there any way to see before we start going down how far it's going to go?
No.
Do we perceive any traps? Any sort of... Can I do a detect magic with my little wand?
Yeah. And you sense an overwhelming sense of magic down at the bottom that does not have a spell school that you are aware of.
Okay. We're here.
Is this final staircase like lit by torches or is it just dark?
It's dark.
I'll lead the way.
Maybe I should lead the way just to make sure that we're not seen until we're ready.
All right.
I'm gonna go in front of Mordai. Sneaky. Like, constantly observing to see if I can see anybody.
Gotcha.
I'll be looking behind just to make sure the staircase isn't going to fall apart on someone in case.
Yeah.
With my devil's sight.
Hey, Telly, will you tell me when we hit where it started to feel magically?
Bye.
Okay. And I will move you all to level 22,
Sneaky.
the Shadow Dust Fold.
When
Invulnerable mage perceptively.
when Telly tells Taryn,
Nice.
when Telly tells Taryn where the magic is starting to feel just before we get there, I am going to inspire Mordai. And I'll say, no one better at the clothes. And I will inspire.
Great.
I'll take the screen on his journal.
And this is just the regular one, not the 1 minute song thing that's special.
Okay.
Yeah, and inspiration is non-magical.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Let me pull you guys here.
May I also inspire myself?
Yeah, you're a warbird.
Okay, I'm gonna do that as well.
Word.
Warbird.
So let's get the 10 minutes.
Okay. This is one before we get into the. Okay.
Yeah. Telly,
Mm-hmm.
as you trek downward, a grand chamber opens before you. its vast ceiling soaring 40 feet overhead, supported by thick stone pillars. The polished marble floor reflects a ghostly shimmer from unseen sources of light, casting flickering shadows along the walls. And the second you break foothold with the stairs, you feel your connection with magic items, their benefits. Poof.
Okay. I haven't seen anybody yet, though, right? It's just us?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna point up to Tara. They're gonna do that whole thing. And then once we get down, I'm gonna look at Mordai and be like,
As I step off the staircase, does Assy poof out?
No. Because the magic isn't currently active.
great.
Like you're not concentrating on it. But if you tried to like poof him out, that doesn't work.
Okay, so I can't poof him out, but I can still communicate with him.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And then Assy is like, as he comes down, the invisibility, he becomes visible, and he's like,
Better shapeshift into a spider buddy.
and he kind of goes right under your, like one under your little collar flaps.
Mordai.
As you make, I guess I'll pull you here.
Mordai, would you like me to look and see where they are, or do you just want to wander around?
Do you want to go ahead first and get a little lay of the land?
Can you send me with Assy so that you can talk to me?
Of course.
Spider Assy is on me.
Great.
Spider Assy. Spider Assy.
Spider Assy. As you walk forward,
Mirror on a stickly.
yes, through this sort of purple, call it like a miasma sort of aura, sort of, what?
From Inuyasha.
Oh, okay.
It's a word that they say like 30 times.
miasma!
A barrier! Every time you've said barrier, this is the first time you said miasma.
Yeah.
Well, no, you said it really early on.
Yeah.
But anytime you say barrier or miasma, me and Sarah.
Okay. You start to feel like you're getting like almost like a little bit of a headache. Nothing else happens, but it does. You just kind of, it's like a little, almost like an annoying tug at your mind, and then you pass it onto the marble floor, and it seems to go away. Go ahead. Well, what's your passive perception?
It's 24. Is it still without the shield? I took
No, yeah, you have -5
I have
because you don't have
minus-
advantage right now because the shield is being negated.
So my passive perception then is 19.
19. So, as you are surveying the environment, to the south, 2 statues stand in alcoves as you investigate this open area. Each bears the likeness of a tall, regal humanoid dressed in elegant finery. An inscription at the base of each reveals their identities. One says Zalthar Shadowdusk, a towering figure nearly 7 feet tall in the west alcove. The other one sports the name Desmir Shadowdusk. His slightly shorter counterpart to the east, a woman.
No, okay, that's the whole thing. Okay.
And then, just with your like passive investigation,
Investigation is 24 passive, I think.
you can see that there are 2 doors in this this almost incredibly barren entrance. One to the west, one to the east. Both unmarked, but elegant in design.
I'm gonna whisper to Assy. I'm gonna say, those 2 doors. Don't know what they do. I'm assuming that one of them leads to maybe this guy and one of them leads to that girl. Which way does Mordai want to go? I think they're safe to come out here.
Alright.
I'm essentially talking to you.
Okay. Telly says looks okay to go out.
You don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything.
Alright, well, I'm waiting for Mornai. I'm gonna turn around and look at you guys and be like,
Okay. I'm gonna pass through the miasma.
Yeah, and
Miasma.
and again, it's that it's more of like an annoying, dulling sense. Like, you know those headaches that like kind of just like focus on like a top corner of your head, but it's not really painful. It's more annoying, just kind of something tugging as you go through, and then it goes away.
I'm gonna try to reach out telepathically to Assie. Can I communicate with him?
could he see through his eyes?
You can try.
I'm gonna try to look through his eyes.
Mm.
I'm gonna look back towards the darkness of the staircase. Does it appear that like my devil sight still works?
I think that would still work. 'Cause that's more of like an innate ability. It's not magic, I don't think. Is your devil sight considered magical?
It's an eldritch invocation.
Let me read.
What can you hear?
I can't communicate telepathically with Assie, which is strange because it's not a magical ability. I'm not sure why I wouldn't be able to hear him.
Before Taryn loses the ability to, since it took us so long to get down here, I'm going to reach out to Spike and tell him to head down the 2-hour trek to get down here, but not to come in.
Maybe
Just
I'm wrong.
wait
Hold
on the
hold
staircase.
I could be wrong. No, I could be wrong.
We are pretty far from Spike.
Yeah. I mean, I don't imagine him to be here in a moment's notice, but I didn't realize it would take so long to get down here. Yeah.
Fragments of forbidding eldritch invocations are fragments of forbidden knowledge that imbue you with an abiding magical ability.
So
Okay.
none of our, like, my innate detect thoughts doesn't work.
Correct.
Okay.
What about like Ben Luck and
And-
Tragic Chaos?
and-
That's not.
Gone.
Third eye, gone.
Gone.
Great, okay. I just wanted to be clear.
Dark One's own luck would still work.
You'd have to read if just read your abilities, and if it doesn't say it's a magical ability, then it works. If it says it's a magical effect, then it would not work. And the only reason you can communicate telepathically with the creature is through the spell's magic. So that's why I'm thinking that the telekinesis would not work.
Makes sense.
Because imps can't speak telekinetically.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So Dark One's own luck doesn't say it's a magical ability.
Then that would still work. That seems in line with Bardic Inspiration
Yeah.
as well. Because I know Bardic Inspiration would work.
Alright.
Did you hear what I said about Spike?
So my witch sight doesn't work either.
Yeah. It goes down. Okay.
So witch sight, because that's an eldritch invocation.
That's true, yeah.
Which door do we want to go in? We should listen, obviously, but I think one of them is this guy, maybe one of them is the girl, I'm not sure.
Is there an inscription on the statues?
They both just say
Their
names.
names.
What were the two names again?
I got Zalthar, Shadow Dusk,
Zalthar.
and that's the male, and Desmir, Shadow Dusk, female.
Popo, you have a look on your face. Are you okay?
Did we already make it over here?
Yeah, we're...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah, I'm
gets
cool.
the little headache pain, and
Cool. Alexei, do you happen to know which way these doors lead? I'm assuming
Did he turn back to Alexi?
did who do what to who now?
Did Alexi turn back into Alexi's form? Or
Yeah.
is he still the spine devil? He's Alexi.
He's Alexei again. As soon as he lets go of the steps, it's like back to Alexei.
My connection with Spike is working?
I don't know. Is it a magical effect?
Sorry, you can move on while I figure that out.
I'm assuming yes, because it comes from the amulet. But if you communicated him telepathically before you stepped into the room, then you could still communicate with him telepathically, because both of you are not in the mythal.
Okay, because originally I told him just to stay in the stairs because I thought I would miss... I thought it wouldn't work. So I told him to wait until we disarm the missile.
Okay.
But if it's working, then I'll take it.
It's only working when you're not in the area of the dungeon.
Okay, then I'll tell him to wait on the stairs
Okay.
before we get disconnected.
He's on his way.
So some of
I just saw him on the map, so I was confused.
some of my features don't say magic in them.
Yeah.
Then it's probably non-magical.
So like Tides of Chaos, once per long rest, you gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Before you begin use of this feature, the DM can have you roll on the Wild Magic Surge table after you cast a first level or higher spell. Then you regain use of this feature. It's kind of a similar thing for Benlock.
So you could probably use it once, but you wouldn't regain it because
I
you're not
wouldn't
casting
regain
a
it.
spell.
Yeah, that checks out.
And same for Benlock. When another creature you see makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can use your reaction to spend 2 sorcery points to roll a 1d4. Or sorcery point considered magic?
Sorcery points, probably.
But it never says magic in this entire thing.
Then I would assume it's non-magical.
But it does say sorcery, which is magical, theoretically.
Correct.
I would assume like it's like I still have alert and I
Yeah,
still
so
have mobile.
Font of
but I
Magic
don't
says
have-
you tap into a deep wellspring of magic within yourself. So
Okay.
anything that involves sorcery points, nothing. Doesn't work.
Okay, so Tides of Chaos is out or good? For
Does
the
Tides
ones?
of Chaos use sorcery points?
No.
Then it's fine.
Okay. Which door? Do you want to listen at both, or do you just want to pick one?
Alexi, now you have any insight on
I know the layout seems to be pretty identical. I can't remember who's on what side, but I think both sides lead down.
to the first level?
Yeah, to the next tier.
Do you know how many are on each side, or do you just know that
I
they
mean,
are?
I didn't look at a blueprint. I'm going off of like memory of like looking in the
Great.
crystal ball.
I'm gonna
Well,
go.
there's 6 of them, there's 3 levels, potentially there's 2 on each level.
I'm gonna listen to that door.
Okay. You hear nothing.
I'm gonna listen to that door.
Take 6 seconds to run to the other
Yeah.
side of the dungeon.
You hear nothing.
Same.
My gut's telling me this one.
Great. Then we go to that door to the right.
To the right.
Yep. I will open the door as sneaky and mirror on as speakingly as possible.
Let me do a little reveal.
Surely enough.
Rebellion!
close
Must
by
be
now.
closed by now.
Revelio!
Revelio.
And I will tell you what you see. Here we are. Right side. As you peer into this elongated chamber, the air feels heavy with history. To the side, an alcove bears a grand relief carving right here.
Okay.
Nobles of Shadow Dusk lineage stand tall as common folk bow in reverence before them. It appears they used to be nobles at one point. The stonework is masterful, though time has worn at its edges. As you scan the hallway, 3 distinct paths present themselves before you. A door to the southeast, another to the northeast, and a darkened staircase directly north that spirals downward into unknown depths. The choice is yours.
I'm gonna shut the door. I'm not gonna close it, but I'm gonna shut the door so I can talk with them.
Okay.
So last chance. It seems like we're gonna have to seek them out to talk to them. The stairway's right there. But it also seems like stepping in that, I point to the purple, does something to our heads. And the stairway has that in it. So does this door over here. This door's empty.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's a bad thing, but I would
Well,
say
it's bad to get the headache, but I don't know if it's are less of a deal to let people into the guy who's evil's room, or maybe make a little barrier to the person who's goods room. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anyone's good. I think if we want to talk to them, we're going to have to seek them out. Or we just continue downwards. Mordai, talking to them is your plan. Do you want to seek them
what
out?
do you want to do?
Well,
Do you want to listen?
it feels so quiet. I mean, the quieter it is, the more I'm tempted to sneak. But if something goes wrong on the lower levels, then
But as long as we don't check the rooms, we should listen at the door. But as long as we don't check the rooms, we could reasonably say that we thought the house was empty.
alright.
And then we would suit you.
I mean, I think if we're going to talk to someone, we have to talk on the first floor. If not, once we get to the second floor, we can't talk to anyone. Unless he possesses someone.
Alexi, you know the path to... We spoke with the Lich and Alexi, and we more or less know the path to the Mythal.
Yeah, if we see coffins, then we know, then we're close.
Do you know if it's possible for us to get to the Mythal without going through any of the bedrooms or common areas that the Archmages may be on?
He is going to make an intelligence check for you guys.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't remember the layout that intricately.
Alright.
I mean, or otherwise, the other option is we maybe go into one of the rooms, try and talk to someone. If it doesn't work, I don't know. If you want to use diplomacy, this is our last chance.
Yeah, maybe, like Kirsten said, listen at the door. And if there's no sound, then we can assume the place is empty. No one would. Hopefully, everyone would understand.
It's true.
Mordai, if you want to talk to them,
Alright.
I respect it.
I want to follow through. I remain dedicated.
Alright.
Simple as that.
I'm gonna go listen to the door that does not have the purple thing first.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Perception.
Guidance?
I would like guidance.
Does guidance have verbal components?
Also, we probably can't even cast guidance.
Oh, duh.
Oh yeah, duh.
I mean, we can still cast guidance.
Guidance is an artifact.
It's so weird to not be able to
I
use
know.
that
I feel
spell.
so naked.
16.
Keep the guidance of
16.
companionship.
The only thing with a 16, the only thing you can hear is the faint scribbling of ink and paper.
Great. I'm gonna listen to this side.
You're gonna go all the way down here.
Yeah.
Okay, make me another perception check.
Yeah, 16? I didn't
Yeah.
think that was possible.
Natural 20.
Doesn't have advantage
yeah,
anymore
nice.
because of the shield.
26. 29. Sorry, I have plus 9. 29.
29. This one is completely silent.
Great. I'm glad I wasted my 20.
Not wasted.
Hey, if you rolled bad, I could have said you heard something.
No, it's
Yeah.
true.
You didn't waste it.
Okay.
So you know that this, you know out, you are beyond certain that this room to the north of you right now is barren.
Great.
Nice.
This room is empty. That room has someone writing.
That means that person is probably alone.
That's true.
Talk to him, if not, you know.
In order to do the thing, he needs to be in the rod now.
Oh.
Which is fine. She would talk to him then. And then if it went south, he's saying
Sorry, yeah, what are you talking
he's saying if it goes south, he
about? Oh, John.
possesses him. But in order for that to happen, he needs to be in the rod right now.
Whatever you want to do.
Taryn, do you feel comfortable talking with him?
Tell her what you were going to say and make sure you guys are clear on a story and a plan.
Here's Skriana's journal. It's
How did we find this?
through working with Skriana, we wanted to return it to her family after she unfortunately passed during a test of Hallister's that we were colleagues and working together on.
Do we need to hold your body then?
Yeah, my body could just be out here.
We should do.
You want to do rope thing?
We should
Could
do.
we
rope.
stuff it in the bag folding?
Just fold it.
No? Bodies?
I don't think bodies fit in the bag of holding.
It's literally like this big.
You slim?
If we're not comfortable with this plan, then you need to be 100% certain that you can talk to them.
I don't know for 100% certain that we can talk with them, but
I can put up a rope trick, no problem.
to hide my body in. Alright.
Are you comfortable talking to them and convincing them to help? What are we trying to do, Mordai?
Try and convince them first. If they start attacking us, then I'll try and possess them from the rod.
Convince them what? What is she trying to convince them of?
That we are working to put feelers out first, talk to her about Skriana, see if you can establish a connection about that, return the diary, mention that we are not fans of Hallister, see how they feel about Hallister, and then maybe start to slowly work in how they feel about Odysseus, and we might be able to work together, have a common goal. We don't want to harm any of the Shadow Dusks.
I don't even think, maybe you don't say you want to harm Odysseus, maybe just that you want to free them from him.
Yeah.
I don't.
You could even mention that he's your dad.
Okay.
Alright. I'll begin the 1 minute casting time to cast magic jar.
Okay. And you see, there's definitely like a little bit of a fight, but the power of the artifact is able to push through. In the magic, so it kind of gives you comfort a little bit that at least some sort of magic is working in this weaveless wasteland. And after a minute goes by, you take a deep breath. And have you ever seen when Doctor Strange like pushes Spider-Man's body like out of his body?
Oh yeah.
And then his body like goes limp, but he has like the spider sense still.
Yeah.
He's like trying to take the cape or whatever.
Quite cool.
That is kind of akin to what happens to you. Is your soul leaves your body and Mordai's form just falls to the ground.
I can
And then inside the rod that's kind of laying on you now, the rod of law absorbs your form.
Give me the rod.
I'll hand the robe.
I'm gonna put the rod in my bag and cover it with my cloak, just so it's not like, wah.
And how long can you stay in the jar for? Until the spell.
24 hours, right?
Yeah.
Now, rope trick's only gonna last an hour. So we all know.
Right.
And then his body will be spat out.
You're aware of your surroundings, and the only action you can take is to project your soul up to 100 feet out of the container.
Up to 100 feet.
Like he can
outside
talk
of-
to us?
No, he can project his form.
So we have to be within 100
like a
feet of
hologram?
whoever he's
Yeah.
gonna take.
Oh.
Taryn is going to head south just a little bit, because I don't want whoever's in here to hear the verbal components of the spell I'm about to cast.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go like right here in this corner. Not all the way down there.
Oh, sorry.
Right here.
I moved it.
Okay. And I'm gonna use an action to cast rope trick.
Off the wire. The rope drops.
Crummy, can you take his body up?
Yep. I fly.
I thought you just throw it up.
You can climb a rope with one arm.
Your body like spins.
And then you just like close it before the body lands. You don't hear it thump. Out of sight, out of mind.
No, I take him up nicely.
Yeah.
Taryn.
Is my inspiration still? Do I still feel inspired by myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
You sure you're comfortable with this?
Yes.
We need to get them to help us. Okay.
I saw the good in Spike. I can speak of the good we saw in Skriana. Sorry, Spite. I saw the good in Spike. I can speak of the good of Skriana.
Right. I will follow behind her. And I will, I'll just follow
I want
behind her.
to...
What's Crimson Kofa doing?
Do we have the rope set up?
It's down there in the corner.
Yeah. Do you wanna go in the rope trick as well?
Yeah, I was ready to go
I
in.
mean,
Okay.
shouldn't one of you come just in case?
So Kofa will watch over Mordai's body just in case.
Jeremy, come.
Cool.
Just in case we
No,
need
Alexei will
someone else
accompany
to
you.
be charming. If you need help charming.
Sure.
I don't know.
I didn't know anybody was going to be here with Mordai's body. I fear if this person wants to accompany us.
Oh, what's the plan if he does accompany us? We just go down.
Then Mordai can just go back to his own body, right?
Within 100 feet?
Can you just go back to your own body?
Just then the spell is gone. But
But we don't need it at that point.
this is a fail-safe, almost more than anything.
Got it.
All right.
Then I'm okay.
German calm.
Yes. Of course. You're good at also seeing the good in others, and perhaps you can speak on it as well.
Should we knock to be
Yes.
polite?
I just thought of something.
What?
Would Magic Jar not? If these guys are invulnerable, could I even possess them?
I don't know.
That's why I'm going to try to be really charming.
No idea.
Okay, I'm gonna make a check when Brandon gets back to see if
Okay.
I can think about that
Do you
because
wanna
I
skip
just
pause?
Yeah, if you would know that, I don't know that you would have done Magic Jar.
but I had just thought of it now. I didn't think about that before because
Yeah.
we were talking about how like nothing can affect
Yeah, you're right.
like not even a sword pokey poke can like. So like, could I even like attempt to possess them while this 10th level of magic is
Yeah.
guarding them?
I mean, that's kind of actually a really good point.
Yeah.
Maybe you just
Yeah.
pop. Maybe he wakes up and we're all like, "What the fuck?" And you're like,
Yeah.
I should go with you."
Yeah, we're
That's up to you.
fighting Mad Goth in his lair right now. It's basically.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
Hey Brandon,
Yeah.
while I'm in soul form inside my thing,
Yes.
Mordai just had the thought. I'm like, wait a minute. If this 10th circle of magic is protecting these guys to make them completely invulnerable, is there even a chance I could possess them while they're under the protection of such magics? Can I make?
An Arcana check?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're not there to give you guidance.
That's good.
Can't get guidance anyway.
He
That's
also has
22.
inspiration.
Sorry, I'm going to need that a lot.
No? Okay.
You do have inspiration.
Well, I know that I can't. Yes, I rolled 22 on my Arcana check, and Brandon shaking his head no.
All right.
So,
well, now we know.
Dang it, I really wanted to see you use this fucking spell.
I've never been able to like
Yeah,
really
that's
use it.
alright.
Oh, that's fine. So then, it sucks. But so while you guys are like walking away,
It's 10th level. It's
yeah, I
you
know,
can
I
go
know.
back to your body. Right?
Yeah, I
That's
just
it.
immediately I go back to my body, and then Mordai comes out, and I'm like, guys,
How'd it go?
this isn't gonna work.
Oh my god. Okay.
Dang it, I wanted to see you use this spell so bad.
biting my tongue so hard.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job,
Good
Brandon.
save. Good save.
Good job, Brandon.
So.
But I still think we should try and talk to these guys.
All right.
Because if we are spotted at all by any of them, it's over. On the other levels. So, diplomacy, smiling faces, don't say a fucking thing.
I'm gonna stay out here now.
Don't even small.
Alexei kind of pokes his head out of the rope trick. I mean, I'm gonna stay up here with Kofa. Do we think we should hide the rest of us while the people are talking, or?
The only reason I don't think so is because what you're gonna be like, oh, we want to overthrow Odysseus, and he's gonna be like, yeah, okay, and then he's like, also, we have people hidden.
Okay. And Alexei jumps out.
I think we need to be forthright.
If that's what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Okay.
Telly's just gonna be shaking his head in the back. Like,
same.
But we're not going to be polite. That's good. As long as he doesn't hate us immediately.
Yes.
But it's better that if we're trying to talk, we shouldn't just barge in on him.
I agree. If they don't answer the door, I don't think we should barge in. But I'm gonna have the diary in my hand, and the other hand, like, come in peace.
Hot.
Oh, thank God it's the chick.
So,
Is it the same chick that was in the statue? Probably not.
the
I
air
want that
here
dress.
is still heavy with an unspoken wariness. A canopied bed stands neatly against the south wall.
Cool.
Its deep silken drapes untouched by dust. An armory, in a moire,
armoire.
an armoire of dark wood looms beside it, its polished surface reflecting the dim light. In the northeast corner, a woman sits in a plush chair as a mage hand opens the door. A book resting open in her hands. She mutters softly to herself, her eyes trailing over the pages, though whether she truly reads or simply loses herself in thought is not clear. A long silk curtain to the north sways gently, concealing whatever lies beyond. And the atmosphere is quiet. And she speaks. Come to mock me more. And she doesn't look up.
Hello. We come to seek an audience to speak about Skriana Shadowdusk. We are former classmates.
I told you not to bother.
We can leave. We can leave. Sorry to disturb you.
She stops. She blinks. Her grip on the book tightens. And she says, "Oh. Well, that's unexpected." Her eyes flick between you all. Wary, but not necessarily hostile.
Terribly sorry to disturb you. Like I said before, we're former classmates. I'm keeping my head down. I'm trying to be non-threatening. We're here to return a possession of hers to her family.
Who are you? Do you even know where you are?
Barely. We're here to seek out the Shadowdust. We heard through the grapevine that they were here.
Who are you?
Just a group of classmates. Trying to do right by Skriana. The hard worker, the great student that we knew.
We're gonna
Who
kick
tragically
Mordai.
lost.
My name is Mordai. Pleasure.
My name's Taryn.
Melisara.
Crimson.
What the fuck are you doing?
Hello. She is unfortunately not of this world anymore.
Alas, we know this as well. Do you know who we might be able to return this to?
Nothing of hers is worth value. You can leave it. You can throw it on the bed.
Do you mind if we enter?
Why?
To put it on the bed like you just asked.
And she goes, and you see a mage hand flicker in front of you. I'll take it. Just give it here. Thank you for coming.
I
Can
kick
I-
Mordai.
Can I do an insight check?
For what?
If she even cares about this.
Sure.
I mean, I don't think she does, but or if she's gonna do anything honorable with it. 16.
She doesn't seem to care about it.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna resist it. I'm gonna hold on to it, and I'm gonna say, It appears as though this book does not carry the same weight to you as it does to us. We want to make sure that this is handed off to someone who misses her.
Wow. You all are really lost. Look, I'm gonna be nice. My mind isn't as far gone as the rest of my family. But no one cares about that woman.
Why is your family's mind gone? Is that related to Hallister in some way?
Kind of a personal question.
I'm sorry. If you don't wish to answer that, of course not.
I'll hold on to it. And then you can leave. And hopefully survive.
That's just the thing. We are looking for some help to survive.
Survive what?
Well, the Mad Mage's dungeon was Hallister himself.
She like kind of is like rubbing her head, like she's got like a little bit of a migraine, and she makes that sort of scoff, almost. And how do you plan on doing that?
Well, not without the help of some allies. As far as we understand it, nothing can be done as long as Odysseus is in charge and the miasma in place from the Mythal.
And you see her expression kind of get grim. And she almost spits the word out, and then exhales sharply through her nose. He isn't even family. Not even blood. Her fingers kind of tighten around the book. She's not even looking at you anymore. She's like, just like lost in her own thoughts. And yet with that damned book and like whatever she was writing, she just tears it in half. He's the king of the castle. The others following him like starving dogs waiting for scraps. Suppose it doesn't matter. He'll fall just like the rest. The far realm doesn't spare anyone. It just takes. And in the grand scheme of things, we're all slaves to that plane anyways. And then her head flicks up. So if you know what's good for you, you get out of this hellhole while you still can.
What would you say if we told you we could help accelerate the timeline of helping remove him from power for you?
Freedom from this man.
What, only to end up as more spirits who haunt our halls? Add to the collection?
If we live or die, it doesn't really matter to you, does it?
Make a persuasion check.
19.
She sits back and she goes, no, I suppose not.
If nothing else, might be kind of entertaining. Alright.
Who else is trying?
There's always the chance we could succeed.
Almost kind of like she's kind of like nodding her head, like shaking her head like back and forth, almost like she's like tasting like wine, like it's information. She's like, and just how do you plan on going about such a thing? Entertain my thought process.
Well, unfortunately, it is not possible for us to resort to any sort of forceful means to remove him from power until the Mythal is down.
Oh. We're well studied, it seems.
Indeed. and well prepared.
Well, I've got bad news for you. The door to the Mythal has no key. No lock to pick, no hinge to force. It opens to words. Magic words, spoken in a tongue I dare not speak anymore, lest I lose my mind to it. And only 3 people know them. Odysseus, Desmir, and Zalthar. Her fingers twitch again as she, every time she mentions the name Odysseus, every one of you can tangibly sense, the deep hatred. So, and then she says, unless you plan on getting very close to Odysseus, you wouldn't have a chance. And if you do get close, well, you'd best pray he doesn't notice you before you get what you need.
Does he reside in the same room as the Mythal?
No, he likes to keep to his chambers with his pet dragon. Perhaps his own arrogance leading to his downfall one of these days. Hopefully I can only hope.
I'm gonna do an insight check to see if she really dislikes Odysseus as much as she's laying on.
Okay, go ahead. Roll.
Natural 1. So 13 total.
I don't know.
Miss.
Melisara.
Melisara. Where are those that know the words?
Let's see.
Zalthar and Desmond.
Zalthar, Desmir, and Odysseus. Desmir is the lapdog. She used to be so prideful.
Odysseus is left out.
And now she bends the knee so far beneath Odysseus. You couldn't even tell if she had a neck to raise. And Zalthar always praying to the gods of the far realm. Usually on opposite ends of the lowest tier.
So he's here.
Oh yes, we're all here.
Does he feel the same way you do about Odysseus?
They all kiss at his feet.
Ah.
All too twisted in their mind, far gone to the far realms, influences to be able to have a will of their own. That's why I stay down here.
You don't know what those words could be.
No, you do know. You just don't dare to speak them.
It's the
I know,
language you don't dare
They would
speak.
not dare tell someone who lives as far down here as me. You have to be close to Odysseus to even know.
You seem to be familiar with the language. Can you tell us that much?
I know that much.
And she starts to speak this very guttural, and you understand it. It's deep speech.
Yeah.
Would this be written down somewhere?
You said it was 3 words?
I don't know how many words.
Oh, I'm
Just that we can get it from 3 people.
Okay.
What if I told you I could speak that language?
I mean,
You can do that.
I'm gonna say, in deep speech, we've all seen things, but I've seen the same as you.
and she goes,
And you guys just hear.
like the first, yeah, but you see like the first bit of actual intrigue.
I should have inspired you.
Raise across your face as it's apparent you share this language. She goes, in deep speech, she goes, interesting, you can speak this tongue.
I'm gonna say, I'm not as charming as them, but they speak the truth. I guess I don't have an accent deep speech. I'm not as charming as them, but they speak the truth.
Oh, you're still.
I am. Yeah, I'm in deep speech. Yeah, you guys. We are looking to rid you of Odysseus so that I can free my mind from this. We all have our reasons. I'll say that in deep speech. And I'll say, I trust them with my life.
Interesting. Well, I'll tell you this then.
In deep speech?
Yes.
Okay.
Just kidding. She goes. Yeah, no. And she says, the door has no key, no lock to pick, but responds to magic words. The answer lies in the riddle carved on the door. But it is written in deep speech, so perhaps if you're cunning enough, you might be able to figure it out. But none have been able to figure out the riddle.
In deep speech,
Okay.
is the door...
Oh, volcano!
It came back!
Mountain.
Is the door guarded?
Don't think so. I mean, it doesn't have any sort of reason to be, because Odysseus, Zalthar, and Desmia only know the magic words, and no one else could ever figure out the riddle.
Do they have chambers on that level?
Oh yes,
They just walk around.
all of the mansion has chambers to walk around in.
May I share this information with my colleagues, or would you rather keep this between us in our language?
It's your funeral.
I'm gonna pop back out and say,
Toka's kind of bewildered. He's like, Alexi, like I said, just be cool with it.
there's a riddle on the door in deep speech.
Does she know the riddle?
She doesn't know the riddle. She doesn't go down there much. But I may be able to read it. She doesn't think it's guarded.
Melisara, do you want to be part of a revolution? You want to come with us?
I mean, if you all are going to go to your death,
Your hatred for this man is palpable.
no. If you die, that'll be on you.
Alright.
That's always been the case. If you change your mind, feel free to join.
You've given us much already, like
She doesn't say anything.
One thing that could very well help us succeed, and I do believe deeply that we can succeed should we get into that room with Mathal, is knowing what that riddle is.
She's like trying to remember like bits and pieces of it, and she goes, "Oh, it's been so long." She's gonna make a check here.
What has roots? That riddle haunts me.
She can remember a little bit of it.
I'm ready.
Something about I can be quick, I can be clever.
Can you please not cover your nose?
I can be quick, I can be clever. I'm both cunning and shrewd. I'll do what I must do. Nowhere to flee. One way out. Trickery. Something like that, I think.
I'm both
It's
cunning
volcano.
and what? I am both cunning and what?
Clever.
No, it's just, I can be quick, I can be clever, I am both
Oh.
cunning and so
Shrewd.
fast. Shrewd.
Yeah.
Nowhere to flee. One way out. Trickery.
That's all I can remember off the top of my head. It's been quite some time before I've been trying to read it.
That's more than we had before.
Like a foxhole?
Does anything happen if we say the wrong word, or does it just stay shut?
No, it's just stay shut.
Can you tell us what this purple stuff does?
Oh, I suppose I can at least warn you about that. You're going to die before you die. That stuff
Scroll.
is the deeper you go, the worse it gets. At the lowest depths is where it is strongest. It is miasma from the Fall Realm that leaks into this manner. First it just starts with headaches, but then it starts pressing in If you're not strong in the mind, it can even damage you. And then, even at the deepest ends, tries to draw you into madness.
We need to spend as little time down there as possible. Melisara,
To be avoided if you can. That's why I stay down here now.
Melisara, we can help you achieve what you want. We need to know what that riddle says. If we are stuck down there too long trying to decipher it or figure it out, we could fail.
That's a rough situation to be in for sure.
Would you be willing to go and check the riddle for us in exchange for us either sacrificing our lives or giving you what you want by removing Odysseus from power?
I mean, they'll let me on tier 2, but I've kind of outcasted myself. They won't let me in the lower chambers anymore. I am a disrespect to the family. Just as bad as Skriana.
I've been there before.
Too much of a risk for me. For people I just met.
Could you make me a map? I'll go read it. I'll bring the information back.
You could read it. You're fast, stealthy.
I just need to know where it is, and I need to not get caught.
I think we already have an idea of where it is. And then
She's like, yeah, it should be like you find the coffins, and you go north, and you go east, and you go west.
Northeast west.
Hmm.
Northeast west.
Right.
Now, we have great chances of being successful taking down Odysseus if we can remain on the down low. Can we trust you to not alert anyone of our presence?
Make a persuasion check.
I want to be inside her answer too, if that's okay.
What was that?
I want to insight her answer too.
Yeah, go for it.
You said
you're
this
like ready.
You said
Boom.
persuasion?
Yeah.
a
I
million?
have plus 18 though.
Oh,
And you're inspired.
She's always
And
out.
oh, you inspired yourself too.
I'm
yeah.
gonna use it because I feel like it's almost out. I feel like it's been a long time.
Correct.
32.
Can I know what was rolled on the d20?
Yeah! That's my sister!
level 19.
And she goes, the most I'll do for you is this. My cousins, my mother, my father, my brothers, my sisters, our rooms are on the outskirts of the mansion, the public areas and the ways down towards the middle. If you can keep towards the middle, your chances of being unseen and unheard are increased. And what you do with that information will be your own.
Thank you, Melisara.
I wanted to clarify her question. Can we count on your discretion?
Insight check.
That was 29.
29. She seems to be being forthright. It seems like all of her disdain is fairly accurate. Yeah. She doesn't. It comes from she does have. You can tell she's choosing her words carefully, but it's not out of It's not out of being manipulative in any way. It's out of just not really believing that any of you can make a difference.
Cool.
Fair.
Thank you.
But you have that sort of Kofa. You have that knowledge, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You will know if you're free.
And she kind of smiles and she goes, well, the worst that can happen is that we have a few more ghosts in the halls, I suppose. Good pointer.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you changed your mind? No.
Yeah.
As if I have a mind left.
Once we get out in the hallway,
I'm keeping the diary.
Okay.
once we get out in the hallway and we're in the white part, I'm gonna say, do we want to check that room up north just to see?
I say we stay focused on the
I
mission.
think so too.
All right, let's go.
Telemachus, the question is, it's down this hallway, the staircase down
staircase
to
up
the
here.
next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's still a whole other side to check.
Telemachus,
Yeah, it's up to you guys. It's whatever you guys want to do.
do you want to try and head down yourself and try and make your way to the door to see what it says and then work your way back here as unseen as possible, and then we can together up here while our minds are clear and we have time figure out the answer before moving back down together as a group.
Everyone's saying
Yeah.
something.
Let me see how far I get.
You can tell
And
it's intense.
I may come back up if I feel like I need your help. Agreed?
You're going on your own?
I trust Telemachus to move most effectively by himself. I can't think of a better option. I think it would be bad for all of us to try and head down there and then be stumped at this door.
Okay.
Hey, be safe, you knucklehead.
That's right. I'll come back if I feel like there's an impassable place. I'm not going to put myself in any danger.
That's right.
I will run. So
Right.
I would say that you lot hide in the rope trick, and if you see me hauling ass in this hallway, you get the fuck out and you come with me.
Ass in this hallway.
Speaking of Assi, he probably is not going to be much help to you, so I'll take him back.
I'm gonna hug you.
Alexi?
I'm gonna hug
He
Telly.
would be an ally to give Telly whatever it's called, sneak attack.
We can't damage any of these guys.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Yeah. If you ran into like a slot or something, you could damage them, but not any shadows.
I mean, I hope I don't run into a slot. That's kind of the thing. I need to.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm hugging Telly.
We'll see what your
And I
check's
can't
like.
communicate with Assi.
Yeah.
I'm hugging Telly,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, stay focused. I love you very much. Inspiration.
She's a bard.
Huh.
Let's go. Get in the rope trick. Now. When I don't see any of them, pull that fucking rope up. When I don't see anything or any of them, I'm gonna go down the stairs, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Okay.
Actually, wait, hold on one second.
Nope, too late. I'm just kidding.
My blind sense is an innate ability that I have, correct?
What were you
Yep.
saying?
Okay.
Yep.
I just,
No.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
I want
I
to
can be
be
quick, I can be
inside the
clever,
rope
I am
trick
both
and
cunning
Assi
and true.
outside and see if
Nowhere
I
to
can
flee,
communicate to
one
him.
way out. Trickery.
Okay. Just if it was like a different plane or resistance or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mythals don't care.
Word.
Yeah.
Just maybe something
Yeah.
like this.
Sneaky,
It's going too
sneaky,
fast, I
sneaky,
couldn't.
sneaky.
Sneaky.
Snake it,
Snake as snake.
Telly, be the roguiest rogue you've ever rogued.
Dude.
And
Assassin
remember,
Rogue. This is.
remember that
Is that
she told us briefly and Alexi told us briefly, so I've had 2 people at this point kind of detail to me how to get to the mythical
3 people.
room.
The
3.
Lich, too.
The Lich, yes. And Telly is still pretty smart. He's
Yeah.
not the smartest.
Oh,
Okay, but
before you go, do you want me to cast invisibility?
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be like,
It's an octave. For now. Don't attack anybody.
what the fuck? Alright.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
He could take
Here
out
I
the
go.
slot in one hit with his loincloth.
You
Thank God we
appear.
made Telemachus invisible. Otherwise, how would he have snuck around?
I don't want to
never
get caught by the
You never
slot.
know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You appear here. So in this hallway, the miasma is thicker, more visible than it was before, and you see 2 routes. You see one to the south and one to the east.
I'm gonna go listen at both doors.
Okay. As you take your first step into this miasma, you take a splitting headache.
Oh no.
You take 1 point of psychic damage.
Nice.
The worst headache you've ever felt in your life.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do you keep going?
Yes.
Every 5 feet.
You take another.
Every 5 feet of travel through this miasma, you take a D4 of psychic damage.
Okay.
So what door are you going first?
The one closest to me.
Which is south or east?
This one, south.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 D4 psychic damage you take.
Do you need some D4?
He's got, I think, 8 of each.
4 plus 4, that's 8. plus 4 more.
Did you put your temp HP or your max?
That is 8, 10. So 18 points of psychic damage.
Okay. I'm gonna listen at that door.
Make a perception check. And it's just like a splitting headache.
25.
25. You hear bickering of higher pitched voices. Some of them are kind of what voice do I want to use? They're just kind of like, oh man, guard duty again. Oh man, I have to do this thing again. No one ever comes here. There's no one ever here. It's useless. Oh my god, I can't believe we're doing this. So stupid. No one's ever gonna come. It's so boring. I'm so bored.
I'm invisible, but I have to open a door. I don't know if they're facing the door. So I think that is a risk. I'm gonna go listen at the other door.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 64 psychic.
64 psychic.
Oh my god!
What?
4, 8, 10,
Holy shit, your D4.
13. 13 points of psychic
You
damage.
want to use my D4s, Brand?
Okay, listening.
Listening.
20.
You hear the soft... You hear a very soft, faint smoldering of like embers in this room. But no speaking. It's kind of like a little...
Then I would assume that would be the bed chamber, and that the other room would be where the people are, is going to be where... That's so hard. I would assume that if there's embers but no people, that it's probably a bed chamber. She said that the main rooms are in the middle.
She said that most the shadow desk, like bed chambers rooms, are usually kept to like the outskirts.
On the sides.
And all of the ways down are usually towards the
in
center.
the middle.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go through the middle. All right, I'm gonna push. I'm gonna go back to the middle door.
Okay.
Oh.
I have to.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
I have to.
4, 5. That's 5. D4.
How's your health?
Out of 154, 123.
14 points of psychic damage.
109.
You're spending a lot of time in this miasma.
mhm.
I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Great.
You're good at those, right?
In theory.
If you absolutely need it, you have
It's not good.
inspiration.
Intelligence save.
Yeah, saving throw. You're proficient.
Oh, great. Plus 8. 17.
17. Yeah, you succeed. Nothing happens.
Great.
Alright.
I'm gonna push on this door. Does it push open?
Yep.
I'm gonna push gently and sneaky, like if it was just like.
Make a stealth check.
You're good though.
Do I get advantage because I'm invisible?
No, because there's a door opening.
Great.
Million.
26.
26.
Wait, and it's not 26 because it's 10 plus 16. Yeah,
Which is
so it's
26.
26. I'm just checking. It's 26.
Wait a minute.
Make a perception check for me.
I'm going to use my inspiration on the perception check.
It's a D12.
D12, thank you. Which is this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my perception check was a 15 plus an 8.
15 plus an 8 is
23.
So, you see
Oh, that's a big room.
Go get out of this.
So you can get out of this, yeah.
go.
Oh my gosh.
You see these things You've seen them before. Let me grab their description for you. We are in tier 2. This is room. Stone pillars rise to support the cavernous 40-foot-high ceiling, their surfaces worn smooth by time. Every sound in this chamber is unnervingly amplified. The faintest footstep, the quietest breath reverberates. Before you even have a chance to take in more of the chamber, before you have a chance to take in more of the chamber, you see glowing orbs that resemble will-o-wisps, and their high. Those high-pitched voices are coming from these orbs of light. Almost like they have personalities of their own.
Okay. I have dealt with those before, but Sarah doesn't remember because it's been a while.
Willow's level.
Willow's level.
Level 4.
They have their own perception. They're not like all seeing.
No, they're not
Right.
seeing. They're like spirits.
They're
basically.
spirits.
Personalities.
Like a little bit smarter.
There are spirits roaming the halls.
Like
Ghosts roaming the
Fiber
halls.
Elves from Mega Man Zero.
They're spirits. Do
Yeah.
I remember if they see invisibility? Have we?
Make an intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence.
Yeah.
I hate this, you guys.
You're doing great.
What is intelligence? How do you find that? Oh, it's right here.
Stillness is INT.
Intelligence. Yeah. Not high enough. It's 6.
Yeah. Can't remember.
Okay. I'm gonna step out behind this pillar,
Okay.
and I'm gonna drink a healing potion.
Okay. 10 points.
Okay, they do work.
It
They do
works.
Do they not work?
Oh shit, they probably wouldn't.
Okay.
Because they're magic, right? They're magic items.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
I'm going
I forget
to.
sometimes I think about it as like a non-magical item in my brain. But you're totally right.
Maybe it could be an automatic. Maybe it's roots and berries. You know.
Right,
You
yeah.
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to walk forward to this one again, sneak, to where I can see more of the chamber.
Stare
Yeah.
investigatively.
Yeah, looking for stairs.
Let me go ahead and reveal more for you.
Gosh, this is so hard with every step taking damage.
This is so hard.
Level 19.
Shit.
Holy mackerel.
You're not taking damage every step anymore.
No,
No,
not anymore.
now I'm fine.
Oh, not anymore?
No,
Only in the purple.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh my God. I was like, dude, there's no fucking way. Okay, we cool.
Yes. So let me describe. So yeah, you're able to see the. Let me see here. Where this would be 22.
Yeah, I have no healing magic with my lyre.
That's okay. I mean, if we're just taking a little bit, like right there.
Yeah, so you see the will-o-wisps are kind of just bickering around. They seem very annoyed. They don't seem to notice your presence, but your stealth check is also very good.
Are they moving?
Yes. Yeah. They're like just kind of all floating around the central area. There seems to be about 5 of them.
Okay.
There are double doors to the north. There's another set of doors all the way over here. And then there's 2 doors down here.
Or it would be the stairway.
Yeah, I guess it would be this middle one.
I can't tell if it would be the double doors or if it would be in the middle of these 2
Right,
chambers.
What did the dude say about the layout for
Far away.
days?
He
They
did.
said the safe is in the middle.
The safe's in the middle, and then
The
Alexei.
The safe
wh-
spots
Did, he,
are
did,
big
did
ticket.
Alexei tell us something about how to get
Well,
to
once
the
you
third level?
once you see the
Once
coffins,
you see the coffins.
Yeah.
Once you see the
north and then
coffins,
west
go
and then
east, northwest.
East, northwest.
Northeast, west.
Okay, so we gotta look for.
West.
Were the coffins on the second or third level?
Third level.
Third level? Okay.
So I have to figure out which door to go to, but I'm going to take more damage.
No, because you're not taking damage in here.
No, but if I go this way, I'm
Yeah,
going to
down
have to
there,
take
there's
damage.
damage. Well, then
Oh,
check
okay.
this one first, since you can not go through damage, maybe.
What worries me is I'm going to be right in the middle. But I don't know if they can see invisibility.
And you're
First shot.
sneaky.
I don't think we were invisible when we saw them the first time,
We weren't.
I don't think we were.
so we might not even know.
Okay.
Throw some ball bearings down.
I am. Yeah, right, seriously.
Yeah, like create a diversion, throw it over there.
I worry. I was thinking about that of creating a diversion, but I worry that like if I create a diversion, they're all going to be like,
What the
there's
fuck?
never
Yeah,
any
they're on
noise
alert.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they're just doing their thing, I'm gonna sneak. I'm gonna try to only take 1 of damage, but I'm gonna go behind the pillar and then around, and try to get to that door and listen.
Okay.
Stealth check.
Yeah.
Come on, rogue.
28.
Yeah, there's no way they could ever roll high enough to
Nice.
notice that. But perception, even your passive perception, you hear no noise from the doors. Which could be good,
Yeah.
could be bad, could be a lot of things. It sounds empty.
But there are stairs here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, correct.
Looks like they're going up.
Correct.
That's I can't imagine. I don't think that the stairwell will be there.
Trust your gut.
But I will.
Realm's an upside down sort of place.
Oh.
Right. Nothing is normal.
There's no way for you to know. You're
Yeah,
just
I know.
taking-
It might
you're
have
just
you
taking
take
your-
stairs to go up just to take stairs
To
I
go
know.
down.
Let
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, all you hear are the bickerings of the will-o-wisps.
I'm gonna push on the door lightly and see if it.
Make a
moves
stealth
little
check
bit.
with disadvantage.
A million.
Ha! 28.
So we'll flavor this as you're waiting for like an opportune time for the will-o-wisps to get like especially heated.
Yeah.
And they're just like and then they start getting into like a competition about
Yeah.
like who's the lead will-o-wisp.
Yeah.
And you're like, perfect.
I don't want to go through the
And
door.
you-
To be clear, I just want to do one of these.
Like a
I
quick.
want to see. Yeah.
like a
because if I
quick-
see stairs, I'm going. and if I don't
Like
see
just
stairs, I'm
a just
leaving.
an inch or two.
Great.
Mirror on a sticking leaf.
So as you peer into this chamber, let me reveal it. Joe, you.
Stairs. 2 up, 2 down.
Damn. I knew it.
Your
Sorry.
gaze is
Don't be
immediately
sorry.
drawn to a raised alcove at the back of the room where a stone altar dominates the space. The surface of the altar is carved with a disturbingly vivid bas relief depicting humanoid figures writhing in agony in this
Oh,
room.
God.
Tadpole-like creatures burrow into their flesh, and their forms twist into grotesque hybrids of flesh and eye stalk. Not too dissimilar from a process of seromorphosis.
Sarah?
That's interesting.
But not exactly the same either. Regardless, it's a horrifying snapshot. Encircling the altar of the floor is a massive, intricate symbol of Xanathar. Its spoked design spills
Fuck.
outward, engraved into the ground, tracing down the steps. In the upper corners of the room, 2 large stone statues stand in anguish. Their features are grotesque, eye stalks emerging from their heads, tentacles curling unnaturally from their torsos. It kind of reminds you of Krita. Could these be members of Shadow Dusk family, or perhaps victims of failed transformations?
Oh shit. All right. I'm gonna.
She would have told us.
I'm gonna. I see that, and I'm
She
gonna
was
like
one of
lean back out,
Victoria's.
and I'm gonna make my way where I believe the
you-
stairs to be
Yeah.
down here.
Do you want to just hold on to that over on your
Yeah,
side?
I'm gonna hold on to it.
Can you get that?
I'm gonna do
Can you
as
get
much.
away from me?
I'm
Well,
gonna
no, just
get
because you're
behind,
the only
yeah.
one doing
I'm
shit.
gonna get
Yeah, yeah,
behind
yeah.
as many pillars as I can, be sneaky, wait for them to kind of seem like they're. I'm gonna do it as smart as he would.
Yeah.
Stealth?
Let me see. Let me check the Willow's perception scores to see if it's even bothered.
Yeah. Minimum 26.
They can't roll that high.
Okay. I'm gonna walk right under them.
having a party.
I'm naked. I took off all my clothes since I'm invisible.
You tapped their
I will say
ass.
you don't have to roll because of the invisibility.
Okay, great.
Because they would still be able to see you just rolling out like in
Yeah.
darkness. But
I'm just
Thank you, invisibility.
And as you go to the bottom of this door again, you hear nothing.
Great.
Silence.
I'm gonna push it open.
Surely it's closed by.
Mapping out the dungeon right now. Kind of cool.
Fuck! Grr! Oh, okay, alright.
Not fuck, not fuck.
You're gonna take 3d4 points of damage entering.
Cool. Boy. Okay.
7 points of psychic.
How are you looking? Still triple digits?
You're gonna have to come
I
back.
think she's in double digits.
What does this miasma look like? Is it like a tentacle cloud?
Yeah, it's like you can see through it, but it's almost like being in like a steam room
Curls of
of
smoke.
purple.
So when you look into it, can you see where it ends?
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
So in this room, as you pull the doors open, you see a 10-foot tall statue of a beholder that lies against the northern wall. The beholder's many eye stalks carved in meticulous, unsettling detail. At his base, a coated figure kneels in eternal reverence. Sculpted in mid-bow, their hands outstretched in worship. The craftsmanship is exquisite, but the devotion captured in stone is almost unnerving. To the south, a spiral staircase winds downward into darkness, its steps vanishing into unknown depths.
Is this just a... That's a nothing?
pillar?
It's just a pillar?
Just in the way. Yep.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna stay on the wide as much as I can. I'm gonna get to the stairs.
Okay. So you...
2,
will-
that's 2, right? 3.
Okay.
Okay.
9 points of psychic damage.
Alright, guys, I'm at 93.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down the stairs.
Just make sure you can make it back.
I know.
Making it back will be easier because you're not going to be going back and forth so many times.
true.
But
I will probably make it back to you and, like, collapse.
yeah. And they'll be like, cool, alright, let's go.
But you need me to open the door.
We won't be able to do anything about it.
We could go back up the stairs and drink a bunch of health potions and then come back down into the mansion.
I've got
Or just
limited,
We can just take a short
limited
rest.
2-hour
spell
hike.
magic.
We could take a short rest. No, we don't have to go all the way. The thing
Just-
only came at the bottom
Yeah,
of the
just
stairs.
the staircase.
Oh, yeah.
I could just go up the stairs and drink a shit ton of healing potions.
Okay.
Or we
Or
could
we
take,
could-
if we take a short
Or
rest.
we could cast spells.
Oh yeah, upstairs.
Give me a second, I say.
1.
Thank you.
1 second.
Yeah.
How would the channel divinity work under the no magic if it's saying?
Channel divinities work.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's godly power
Cool.
that's being channeled through you.
Okay,
There's limited healing there.
I have to pee, but I won't miss anything.
I'm gonna
So,
Feed.
action P.
Action P.
Bonus action.
Okay, there's no miasm.
no, there is.
Yeah, that's all.
This
A
is
li- a
all
little-
miasma.
Yeah, but you
A
can still walk
miasma.
through all this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So, the staircase descends
Oh, it
into a
looks even
somber
thicker.
and
Yeah.
ancient corridor. The stonework here is noticeably older than the rest of the hold. The air carries the faint trace of soot and age, as if the past lingers in the dim light. The aura of far realm energy deepens as the color pool darkens to a deep purple. At the heart of the chamber, a vast purple stone disc spans 20 feet across. It's the surface etched with the shadow disc crest, the very same one that you saw in Albus's hindsight. High above, a vaulted ceiling rises 40 feet. Its once grand mosaics, now peeling and faded, depicting skies filled with swirling clouds and shafts of golden light. Scorch marks mar the stone pillars, just like the hindsight spell indicated. It seems like Albus's spell was pretty spot on. In wide alcoves to the north and the south, 4 statues stand in silent vigil, each carved with masterful precision, their expressions hardened by trials long past. To the northwest, a muscular figure drives a stake into the eye of a monstrous one-eyed giant. The statue's details are striking. The agony of this creature, twisted features. The warrior's determination as he delivers the final blow is captured effortlessly. To the northeast, a statue of a towering horror emerges. Its 6 serpentine necks writhing in a frozen fury, like a more serpentine Tiamat with one too many heads. Below, a ship's deck is carved in miniature, where 6 desperate figures are locked in silent agony, snatched from the monstrous fangs of this creature. To the southeast, the statue depicts a warrior tied to a mast of a ship, his face contorted in rapture and torment. Around him, 3 robed women stand upon jagged rocks, their mouths frozen in eternal song. His crew, sculpted in exquisite detail, row forward, oblivious to the danger. Muffs over their ears. To the southwest, a massive unstrung bow rests atop a pedestal. Its craftsmanship is flawless, its polished surface untouched by time. Surrounding it, stone figures, twisted in expressions of desperation, frustration, exertion. They reach for their weapon, their stone fingers barely grazing the air around it. Some strain with all of their might. Others collapse in exhaustion, heads bowed in defeat. The bow remains just out of reach in the display of artistry.
Brandon, I respect the amount of research. Do you guys know what all those were?
Like Greek gods.
They're all
or-
scenes from the Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Aw.
They're all like Odysseus's trials from the
So
Odyssey.
sick, dude.
cool.
Oh.
That's so sick. Because one of the trials was that all these men were trying to be a suitor, and he was in disguise,
Yeah,
and they try to
right,
pull his bow, but no
right.
one can. He's the only person that's strong enough to pull his bow.
Sick.
Good.
I figured with the serpentine.
That was
the Hydra.
I
fucking
didn't think
rad.
that-
The
Yeah,
one saying
cool.
the one with the ones where there was the boat and the women singing
Yeah.
songs
Yeah.
with the sirens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with
Sick.
that, the rest of your investigation reveals a pair of double doors to the west, and then a hallway to the east that bears coffins.
Great, I'm going to the coffins.
Okay, you are going to take some more psychic damage.
Okay.
It's just a little tickle, right?
He keeps rolling
8.
really high!
With the H, bro.
What the H, bro?
85.
85.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
almost at half. If
Okay.
I get to I have to come back.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright, I'm gonna...
Make a stealth check.
Ooh.
36.
Wow.
36, huh?
Uh-oh.
It's pretty good.
I don't like the way he says that.
As you turn the corner, you hear footsteps and your eyes meet. Well, your eyes meet with a figure.
Oh, I was like,
Oh
oh my
my
god! At least I'm faster than him,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah, your eyes meet with 2 figures here.
Holy shit.
What the heck? There we go. Let me make you. And it seems to be man and woman walking side by side and all.
Desmere and Zelda.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, probably. And you see a very muscular looking man clutching a book that radiates malevolence.
That's Odysseus.
It's Odysseus. Is it my dad?
Yeah.
Oh
And they are and is walking with walking down this hallway to the east with this almost insectoid looking transformation.
Is that Arturia?
No.
No. She's got butterfly wings.
No.
Well, she doesn't always.
And then and then you see Odysseus. Now, Cassius, you must understand. You want to understand the depths of the Far Realm. And they're just kind of talking about Far Realm. They don't seem to notice you. What do you do?
Really quick. Based on the maps that everybody's told me, I have to go down the coffin hallway.
Yeah, they are walking.
Up.
So
They're
click,
walking towards me?
Click. So they're walking like this. Far Realm. Far Realm.
Okay.
Far Realm.
Okay.
Far Realm. Evil. Book of Vile Darkness.
I'm gonna hide.
Evil.
I'm gonna hide. This is a solid thing.
Yeah, it's raised 5 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of crouch behind it and kind of see which way they go and do one of those where like you're
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
That's an Assassin's Creed.
Whatever way they go, I'm not going that way, but I'm listening listening to where, so I'm like, still, okay. Because I know that they're going to see me if I'm standing right the fuck there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're moving, and they're like, yes, evil, dark.
Something dark.
And all of a sudden, Odysseus stops, and he goes, and Cassius is like, my lord, what is it? And then he looks exactly in your direction, and almost as if looking through you. Like, think Harry Potter
Yeah,
putting the cloak of
invisibility.
invisibility, and he goes, and then you see the aura of the book kind of glow, and the book, he squeezes it tighter, and he goes, must have been the wind. Oh my gosh! And he goes back, and he's like, now if you want to truly benefit from the
Telly, I want to act this out for everybody though. I would assume that Telly's like this for the first time. Like he's like fucking like holy shit. Like he's just like staring,
And he goes,
Man.
your transformation is incomplete, Cassius. Your relationship with your tadpole. It is not good. It is not as good as Zalthar Desmir. Not as good as mine. And you see, he looks, and you see a third eye open, and
Right over your head.
and
Yeah, seriously.
and you see like a disintegration beam just disintegrate one of the stone pillars.
Odysseus did that?
Yeah, and then the third eye closes, and he goes, if you want to do something like that, you must meditate with your parasite. It must be nurtured. You must be one with it. You must submit to it. Xanathar chose you for a reason, just like he did myself. Submit, and you will know power. And Cassius gets down on one knee, and he goes, I can only hope to achieve it one day, my lord.
Jeez, he's like Voldemort.
seriously.
My lord.
I'm
And
just
then,
like,
and then, and he goes, come, you have much to meditate on.
which way are they going?
Darkness.
Maybe? Yeah, which way are they going?
They go back the way they came. Fuck!
They go downstairs.
Oh my god.
Or upstairs. Or
They go in
Okay.
here.
I'm gonna obviously go around. Once the doors are closed, I'm gonna, as quickly and sneakily as I can, get down that hallway.
Totally. He goes over here.
I'm gonna wipe away some tears though, holy shit.
So as you go down this hallway, you can kind of faintly see like words of deceased members. This seems to be where the lineage of Shadow Dusks have. They've buried like their past leaders,
Okay.
Ah.
if that makes sense.
Okay.
And you go over here, and you're at the door.
I'm gonna listen.
Perception.
11.
You don't hear anything.
I'm gonna push it gently. Stealthily?
That's what I did.
Minimum 26 stealthily? Fuck. But I know the way now. Everybody's told me the way.
Yeah.
You know
So
the
you
way.
see
Sarah doesn't, but Telly does.
you see an entrance to the down here, to the bottom, to the southeast.
I see this one and I see this one. But Telly would remember which way I'm supposed to go. Sarah doesn't.
Northeast, west.
Yes.
East?
Right? So this is
So as you
That's how I remembered it too.
this
as
is
you
north.
as you step through, you feel a deep, unsettling wrongness pervading these halls.
Oh god.
The very architecture defies logic. The lines where the floor, walls, and ceilings should meet seem to bend and stretch in ways that strain your eyes. Shadows shift unnaturally, cast by light sources that don't exist, and the air carries a faint hum as if reality itself is vibrating. The Far Realm's influence seems to be at its strongest. The chamber ahead is lined with towering columns, their surface coiling and twisting like living things caught in slow motion. Nothing sits still. Every few minutes, their forms of the seem to shift subtly but unmistakably, stretching, writhing, almost like the haunted mansion.
Okay.
The stone beneath your feet.
Northeast west, that's what it said.
The stone beneath your feet feels oddly soft for fleeting moments for stone, that before it solidifies again, leaving behind this sense of unease. A northern hallway stretches out while a door entices you to the east. What do you do?
Okay. Telly would remember, he said after the coffins, northeast west, right?
Mm-hmm.
After the coffins. Then I'm
Yeah.
going to go north.
No. Northeast west.
3 people told me that. I trust it.
Do you?
I trust that the Lich would know. And that the girl would know upstairs. And that Alexia would know upstairs.
Alexi probably doesn't know shit about it.
I mean, yeah, I'm not trusting
He's just
these
scarred. He
3. I'm
doesn't know
trusting
directions.
the Brannons that have told me.
So the closer you draw into this hallway to the north, the more your mind rebels through fragments, reality flickering, and an unsettling pressure that builds behind your eyes, as if something on the other side is reaching out, testing the edges of perception. Against the eastern wall, a tapestry stretches out from the floor to the ceiling, its woven horrors frozen mid-transformation. Figures once human writhe and meld into each other. Their limbs stretch unnaturally, faces twisted in silent agony as they dissolve into a single blasphemous mass. The fabric seems to ripple as though it too is caught in the room's warping influence. And beyond this, to the north, you see a single-sided door. Into the east, you see a double-sided door with writing scrawled.
North, east, west. This is north, then east.
So the east was the coffin. You are at the north. So now you need to go west.
oh, it's
I need to
east,
go
north,
west. So
Yes,
this
that's
is
what that's
so
what-
this
yeah.
door then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I'm going through that door. Stealthily.
As you go up to the door, you see
I thought the same thing as you.
that
I was
this
like,
is the
north
door
west?
That's easy.
No.
that Melisara seemed to speak of. And you see that it is written, there's something written all across this door in deep speech.
Okay.
Okay.
I am in the interest of time.
Yeah.
Telly is going to read it in deep speech, but write it out in his journal so that I can take it back upstairs.
So you're not saying it out loud?
No.
Okay.
No. Not alone. No, I'm not.
Okay. It says this. I can be quick. I can be clever. And I'll post this in the
Okay.
Discord.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, this is actually a great ending point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can be quick. I can be clever. I can be friend or foe. In the darkest of times, I'm the one you should know. When trouble arises, I'm both cunning and shrewd. To get out of danger, I'll do what I must do. With no one around and nowhere to flee, I'll whisper my name. Who hurt me? And that's where I'll end it.
What the
Whoa.
fuck? I'll whisper my name.
Who hurt me?
What
So am
happened
I
to
answering-
elementary school puzzles, Brandon?
Am I answering who hurt me or am I answering what is my name?
Both.
I guess it doesn't matter. I can answer both. But what I don't want is to like open the door and then be like, aha!
Yeah.
and then leave it open and then
Right. You
guys can
Odysseus
figure
comes
that out.
back. Yeah.
Next time.
Woo! Okay.
Queen.
Assassin Rogue.
All right.
Assassin
I made it.
Rogue.
So
We-
is the
we
one
made
way
it.
out trickery not part of it? Did she get it wrong?
Yeah, she was it was
Okay.
a little hazy. Yeah, she rolled 12.
Ooh, you guys.
So I'll make sure to copy and paste that for next time, and we'll pick it up right there.
Oh my god.
That was fun, yo.
Seems like it's
Crazy.
getting to the point like right before shit starts to hit the fan a little bit.
Like if we were
so,
playing a video game, there would be a bunch of health potions lying around.
That we can't use.
Yeah, there'd be ammo everywhere. Just like,
Yeah.
oh look,
Dude.
someone dropped a machine gun right here.
All right, and you guys have a month to figure out what the riddle may mean and all that stuff.
Oh, that's
so,
right.
I have
I
faith, though.
didn't get it all, but I'll see it.
I'll post
He'll
it.
post it. Oh my god. you
Just
guys.
for the stream, I'll read it one more time. Before I copy it, let me command all copy.
We didn't run into a slab.
I might have.
Yes.
They might not have been able to see me.
Yeah.
Her stealth checks are pretty good.
Okay. But you didn't see anything or hear anything.
No, but I would only sense them if they were 10 feet away from me, and we
Oh.
know that they
Oh,
can be
okay.
invisible.
Okay.
So let me go to Discord and I will post it.
Shoot, I'd rather not have to try and fight that thing while
I agree.
Yeah.
I
Should I
would
just post it
also
in
not want
general?
to fight,
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
but I cannot get into a fight down here alone.
No.
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 Yeah, it would probably be best to be avoided. So, I can be quick, I can be clever, I can be friend or foe. In the darkest of times, I'm the one you should know. When trouble arises, I'm both cunning and shrewd. To get out of danger, I'll do what I must do. With no one around and nowhere to flee, I'll whisper my name. Who hurt me?
You guys, I'm wondering if it's like
And with that, we'll theme song it out.
oh shit.
Dude,
I
I was-
might know the answer.
I was on my
Alright.
feet the whole time. Like,
See you guys later, bye!
Bye.
Long ago, in a land filled with magic, where heroes were abundant and danger was ever present, 4 adventurers met on a quest. Unlikely though the friendship might have been, they quickly found that together they were unstoppable. Realizing this, they formed an alliance, the likes of which the world has never known. This is their story. The brave Ranger Crimson and his unpredictable wild magic. The stealthy and deadly rogue Telemachus. The caring and talented bard Taran. And the cunning and silver-tongued warlock Mordai. And now as the party ventures forth, never knowing what awaits, legend will hold the tales of the Valor Collective.